me just get everything set up. I wanted to make sure it was on time. I'm getting everything set up now. Give me a moment here. I've even got a kitten with us today. Doubt she'll stick around very long, but we have a kitten here. I'll throw her on here for you guys in a minute, but I'll get this out to everybody. Let them know we're going to do a show. There we go. Cool. Let's make sure that's on. Okay, some sound. Great. Alright. Get this advertised out to folks. Oh, Coco Cat, hush, hush, Coco. It's okay. Let Phoebe have the laugh. Have the laugh. Okay. Alright, I'm going to throw this stuff all over the place. Oh, a couple more spots I gotta go to. Almost done, folks. Almost done. And we'll go over how this works for today. Alright, I think that's every place I needed it to be put up to. Did I miss some place? Oh, looks like there's 2 spots. Okay. Here. One more spot. Alright. Well, not much, Monty. Just getting set up here. Let me just get this over on Facebook, too. Well, it is showing that we're lagging a little bit. I'm not sure why. It's showing frame drop for some reason, which makes no sense. I'm not sure why we're lagging. That's weird. It shouldn't be. Oh, hold on a second. I have an idea. Steam's running. Knock off Steam. It's probably trying to download some games they don't even play anymore. Knock that off. Knock that off. And I don't even know why that's running either. Cool. Alright, so we knocked off all those. Yeah, I saw. I'm going to see if removing some of that stuff actually works. I'm not sure why. It shouldn't be lagging at this hour. It shouldn't be lagging at all. Oh, see if that works. God, my internet's such a piece of shit some days. Well, I just had a perfect match in fucking Mobile Suit Gundam, like 2 matches, so I don't know. I don't know some days. But we'll see how that works. Throwing this out to one more spot. Man, that game looks awful. Who would play that shit? Okay, I'm going to throw this up in one more spot, and then I'm going to try something. I wonder why, though. It shouldn't be lagging at all. I mean, we're just running a fucking phone game, for fuck's sakes. Get those done. I've got stam. I'll get to these in a bit. Okay. Alright. Okay, we've got all that up. Alright, post this out to everywhere we need to. Ultra video lag. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. Like, I've cut everything off that could be interfering with what we're doing. Let me just check one other spot here. I wonder what's going on. Is there something else in the background I have on that I don't need anymore? Let me see. Let me see. This has been a constant issue. Drop frames detected 90% over the last 2 minutes, blah blah blah. Does this mean some frames have not been uploaded? This problem is usually related to a poor network connection. I'm hard lined in, bitch. Like, let me... I mean, we shouldn't be on the fucking Wi-Fi. We should be on the, yeah, we're hard lined in, so that can't be it. NES server if movies work, lower your bit rate. I mean, what the fuck is our bit rate at? What the fuck is a bit anyway? I'm so confused. Our bit rate's at 2500, and I don't know if that's good or bad. We're not even recording this yet. Okay. Well, anyway, let me get my headphones on and we'll figure this shit the fuck out. Oh, this may end up being just a YouTube thing. Well, it is what it is. It is 1 or 0. Oh, it's like a binary thing. Good times. Alright, let's see if this pans the fuck out. We've tried. See if there's anything else we can do. I don't even know what these external numbers mean, like 12, 4, I don't know what any of that fucking means. But, alright, so, well, we'll see how this fucking works, and if we have to, we'll do something else. But it's pretty simple. I'll get the Discord link in the chat if you want to join and you want to discuss. I'll just go into the queue for Twitch show room, and then I'll drag you into the on-air when it's your turn. But let me get that link out. I'm also going to go over what Chase's new video had, which was infinitely better than the last one, but there's still some things that I'm going to punch into, which is what I do, so it is what it is. But anyway, we'll get started with that first. Okay, so, I mean, yeah, theoretically, we could be waiting, 12 weeks for a quality of life change for, the lack of stamina to be wasted. And sure, if people do road 6, it could take them, X amount of weeks to get 1.8 Orochis. Okay, the math-wise, great. Well, I will agree that one Orochi copy is kind of worthless. You need more than one. But here's the thing where the math fails. People aren't going to stay on turn 6 for 12 consistent weeks. I mean, people like to, expand and grow and try and, get to better stages and consistently clear stuff. So I don't see the majority of players staying at stage 6 for all those weeks. I don't. If anything, I see them trying to maybe mix in 6s and 7s, or even trying to do 7s and 8s at some point. Maybe they start off on 6, maybe they elevate to 7, or who knows, maybe they even go down to 6 again because one week they don't want to do anything. So it's one of those things where it's very hard math to play with because you're trying to put math on the human condition, and you're just trying to go off of, well, maybe they'll just do all of one block for 12 weeks straight, when it's very hard to do that. Now, from a numbers perspective, yeah, if for whatever reason you were to crunch out those numbers, you get 1.8 Orochis, they bring in the quality of life in 12 weeks. It's just one of those things where if you go based off of that, I'd probably say I'd be in the agree thing for waiting. If you got your one copy for CP, I'd probably stop there, to be honest. I mean, if you're just doing it just to get a copy, well, go until you get the copy and then stop, at least, for a collector standpoint. But we don't know if we need this unit yet. We really don't know. and it doesn't hurt to get it done. It really doesn't hurt to get at least a copy of this unit under your belt, stock up some tokens, see what happens. Now, again, I'm going to stress to try and get Stage 8 done. There seems to be new strategies emerging on this that are making it easier to do, that are turning this fight into kind of a joke. I mean, Foxy's already gotten Orochi, a couple other people already have one, and they're not exactly super whales. They're not exactly heavy hitters per se. I mean, they're not, and they already have this done. So there's methods to use. It does seem that some of these methods are also taking away the RNG aspect of things just a little bit, because one I've seen where Orochi gets baited with the breath, and if the breath crits you, I mean, the breath's hitting on a block for like 26, so if the breath hits and it crits, it's not game over. Now, granted, if he spins and crits, or if, what's it called, one of the serpents crits, yeah, those are game overs. Those are GGs. But just for that aspect of things, there is at least diminishing some of the RNG. So on that aspect, that's fucking great, because the less we can do. Oh, thank you for the follow. The less we can do in regards of lowering the RNG, but lowering the chance to get the stage done, is great. Because again, I really want to see somebody get that sword. I'm curious on the base stats for it. And I mean, I'd want to re-roll that thing and try and get it for like a mega HP sword. Because again, best case scenario, that sword can be like 220 HP. So that's something. I will say, at least, he's stepped it back a notch instead of the whole, well, they're trying to rob the children and predatory and this and that. It's like, instead he's like, here's some math, here's some numbers. If you just did that from the start, I think you'd have a lot less people shitting on you. So at least you're fucking listening. At least you're learning, and you're fucking trying to grow. So thank God for that, because God knows we've still got a lot of messes with the arena and other shit going on. That's, well, we'll see what the fuck happens there. But yeah, I kind of want to hear from you guys what your thoughts and opinions are on the Orochi's trial. Do you want to keep trying to do it even though you've got the chance of losing stam? Are you looking to try and get the weapon? Do you want to try and max out the unit? What are your guys' thoughts? And essentially, to join, all you got to do is join the Discord, and then once you're in the Discord, you'll go over to the Q for Twitch show inside the Discord, and then I'll bring you in. I would recommend when you do come in to mute your Discord, not mute your Discord, mute your Twitch, so you don't have like an echo, because it's rough having to do that. But that's real bad video lag. Fuck. But you can at least hear me, right? Hold on, let me try something. Let me see if I was to just disable this real quick. Let me see if that fixes it at all. Audio is fine at least, though. Let me see if removing the video for that end works. But the audio is good. That's a fucking shame. Well, on these I don't record them anyway, so whatever's said, whatever's done, just stays between this stream. It doesn't go on YouTube, because it's kind of more of an open forum thing anyway. But yeah, I need to get that shit fixed. I don't know what's going on. Like, I want to stream on Twitch, but so far YouTube seems to be the better thing, because I don't have to worry about any sort of weird lag or whatnot. It just kind of goes through. But I mean, yeah, it's like, I don't know. It's weird because on one hand, he's at point A, then he's at point C, and then he's back at point A, and I mean, there's no consistency. So the fact that he's at least taken some people's criticism and just kind of stepped it back a notch, I'll fucking take it, because we don't have enough content creators for this game to where we need somebody just trying to fucking poison the well and then, I don't know, sending a lot of mixed messages out there for folks. But I don't know, he's working on it, so I'll give him that. I mean, could be worse. Could be fucking worse. He could have doubled down completely in that regard. Could have absolutely doubled down completely. I don't think that fixed anything. It said that just 91% dropped frames. Why? Why are the frames dropped? I don't get it. Don't get it at all. Yeah, I mean, I've never played a game where people have given so much content and that there was just an excess amount of bitching about it. Like, oh, this is just too much, or oh, this or that. It's like they literally surprised us with rank 6. We literally got surprised by rank 6 in this game months early. I don't know exactly what the timeline was. I'd have to look. At least these video titles are transparent, so I know if it's going to be 15 minutes of complaining or not. Ah, for fuck's sakes. I don't get it. I mean, there's a lot to be thankful for in this game. I mean, there's just the fact that they're giving constant content. They're keeping work on the table for us to do. It's I can't complain at all. I can't complain at all in that regard. Well, how do we do on Arena Battle? Let's look. What did we get? I don't even know. Probably like 20, I'd say. I don't think I did too good. Oh, 16. Fuck. Well, if there wasn't any arena bots or APK cheaters, I'd probably be top 10, but that's what it is. Oh, the new arena's open too. Let's look at that real quick. We'll do this later, of course, in case somebody... I'm curious, nobody wants to jump in on this. I wonder if it's because it's lagging and nobody's like, yeah, the video's lagging, fuck this. Which I really need to figure out if it's on my end or if it's something else. Who do I want to fight? Who do I even want to go at? I mean, this team doesn't even seem that dangerous. Oh, I kept the team I was going to use. Yeah, we're all in the same... Oh, no, it didn't. I don't want to use this motherfucker. Where's my other guy? There we go. Yep. Yes, we are. See, now that's something I would... if you're going to get pissed off about something, that would be something to really get pissed off about. Because even on the bots... Yeah, I'm using Streamlabs OBS, although I'm not sure what the fucking situation is to fix it. I mean, I thought it was something external with one of my other launchers trying to update games or something, but I don't really have anything else running in the background now. I've cut most of this stuff off on Streamlabs, so I don't know. It's very weird. But I mean, it's just fucked up. It's really fucked up with the arena stuff. And again, there's like no real good solution. Because what do? I do a video about how, well, I guess anybody can cheat because they're not doing shit about it. It's like, I don't know what they're doing behind the scenes. Are you screen capturing or are you source capturing? Maybe I'm screen capturing. Maybe that's it? Hold on a second. I don't know. I have the ability to capture any full screen application, capture a specific window, capture foreground window with hotkey. I have no idea. I'm Twitch retarded when it comes to all this. I'll be super honest, but I'm sure it's something I'm doing that's fucking this up, because this is me we're talking about here. And I just don't know what the issue is. It's not the CPU usage. The CPU usage is stupidly fucking low. So I don't know what it could be. Hey, Foxy, we're trying to figure out why my shit's still lagging. And something else is going on. I just don't know what. I have no fucking idea what it could be. I'm like super fucking clueless in all this shit. Went over some of Chase's new video points. It's just, he's just not factoring in the human element for anything. He is not factoring in the human element at all. Well, this was going to be a call-in show, but at the same time, now it feels like more of a lag-in show, and I feel like it's killed the mood. It's killed the mood exponentially. I mean, I'm not even Am I watching anything in the background? No. I don't have any anime on. I don't have shit. Oh, they won the sword lottery. Post is on Reddit. Let me go look at that. Let's look at that. Let's see. Where? Did it get downvoted because Jason didn't want it to? Oh, here it is. What's the... Okay, so technically the sword would have 98 HP and 32 attack. That's not bad. And then, of course, Frizz type breath potency, which... I mean, that's not bad at all. I mean, there's a couple of units you could actually make use of on that unit. Huh. Okay. That's not bad at all. I'd still try and roll it at some point for something better, but that's... Because I'd want pure HP on that motherfucker. But that's just me. Guaranteed pulls are a double-edged sword. Yeah, my CPU usage is showing me here. Let me get back to the stats. Like, I'll take a screenshot of the stats right now and I'll throw them on our Discord in the Dragon Quest Tact area, and they'll... Oh shit, there's a lot going on here. I'll put it in general. General's not busy right now. I like to see that our server gets a lot of use, but that's what's going on right now. Yes, it is. The way I treated these bots today was pretty predatory. Well, since nobody's kind of jumping in for the call. Oh, okay, there you go. Screenshots up in general. I'm going to go ahead and get our arena done while we're at it. I'm actually going to do this. Let's put on some sound again. Alright, let's see. Do I need to do anything else? No. Okay, let's get in here. Oh, if you want, yeah, I don't mind. That's cool, Foxy. I just need to get this lag shit figured out. I mean, doesn't affect the audio, but wait a second. What? Is this his formation? I'm gonna fuck this guy in the ass. Oh, no, I'm not. No, I'm not gonna fuck this guy in the ass. There's two pillars in the way. Yes, I've played 14 before. Can I actually do something like this? This is probably not... I don't think I can do much here. I don't like this setup at all. That's okay. I don't like that. That could be bad. So he moves up too many slots. That's fine. Yeah, I'll let him sit here. I have a Dragoon. I haven't played in a long time, though. I should probably get back to it at some point. Okay, he's dead. Oh, ha! Yeah, I did. Yes, I did. Nah. It's kind of funny that you caught that. Actually, if I kill him, then this guy will take a hit onto him. I don't want that. I don't want that at all. Can he actually hit me too? He can. Okay. I'd rather have him hit Baranos. Oh, he's still going to be able to hit him. Okay, let's do it that way then. Hey, what's up, Skull? We're still trying to get to the mystery of why my shit lags. Okay. Round 2. That's done deal. Good night. Sleep fucking tight. Alright, so this went from being a call-in show to me fucking beating up Arena. And potentially having troubleshooting done. So yeah, if anybody can figure out the mystery of why my shit doesn't work and always lags, I'd be very thankful. Like, because I need help. Help, help, help. So we're next Arena. Fucking A. Oh, shit. I think I want to fight next. Is that the same team? Okay, we'll do the same team again, I guess. You said that and it instantly froze. Ah, for fuck's sakes. Fuck me. I mean, if you want, we could talk, Foxy. I don't mind. It's just... it is super fucking lagging. Okay, so Baramos didn't do jack shit sitting there, so let's move... let's move him up over here. See what happens. Because then he comes 2 up. Now, he'll get to go a little bit later. See if that works in my favor. I tried that before, and that didn't seem to help, because then my YouTube videos were shit quality, and it still was lagging, so there's still something else going on. I don't know what it is, but there's definitely still something else going on here. It's a fucking conundrum. It's probably a bad move. Can't get anybody there. It's fine. Whew. He lives by 1 HP? Well, okay. Who's left after him? Just this guy and this guy? Alright, get fucked in the ass. I don't know what it is. We'll have to figure it out. I don't know. But I posted the settings up in general on Discord, and it's just like super fucking confusing. Like, I don't understand what's going on. Let me take a look at the stats, too. What a fucking mess. Let's see. Streaming. Try mixing that. I don't know what that means. I don't know what any of this shit means. Yeah, I tried that too, Foxy, and it just doesn't seem to work for me, because whenever I let something else take control, I just get fucked. It's a fucking mess. Nothing ever works right when I just let something else take control. Yeah. It's great. It's a good program when it works consistently. Like right now, it says I'm experiencing issues and it doesn't exactly tell me why. I don't get it. I don't get what I'm doing wrong. I have no idea. Try this stream, Twitch encoding. Let's see, blah, blah, blah. Let's see what this says. Let's okay. Streaming for retards. Let's see. That's the encoder. Okay, so the encoder's that software 264. 264 specs resolution. Preset. Okay, how do I do all those? Where do I add these settings? Or maybe I can't change it because it's running right now. I need to figure out where to put all these settings in. No, we got one more fight. Let me go do that quick. And I'll try and figure this shit out. Same party. I don't want to fight the same team 3 times. That's just awful. Dragon Lord Guard? Okay. We'll beat up Dread Dragon. You know it's a bot because I have the 3 Awakening Dread Dragon. Not even my dumbass has that. Let's see. What's the formation here? Send Baranos up. I'll take on that side. These guys all weak to just, okay. Okay, let's just leave this here, I guess, and see what happens. I think he could one-hit him. Maybe not. I think he could. So we're going to soften this fucker up. There we go. 10. Okay. Doesn't do anything. It's 1 down. 1048. Fucking disappear. Fucking disappear. Okay, it's down. I don't think this other guy's gonna live long enough to do anything. Okay, done. Alright, let me look at this Twitch encoder setting stuff. I'm gonna have to pause the stream, try and figure this shit out. See if I can put all this shit in. Yay, perfect match day. Great. Can't wait to see how Zero scores tomorrow. Fucking jackass. Okay. Alright, well this was different than expected. This was way different than expected. Oh, we got somebody in here. Let's do it. Hey, what's up? You're actually on the air.
Hey, dude.
What's going on?
Not much. How you doing?
Doing good, besides the fact that apparently I'm like a fucking 8-bit arcade machine when watching me with the low bit rates and everything.
Oh, yeah. I'm on my phone, so I can't watch your stream while in the chat.
Well, apparently you're not missing much. So what do you think of this whole Orochi bullshit?
Um, I mean, I've only gotten to the 5th stage. I didn't do any of it last week, so I didn't get very far this week. But I don't know. I don't think it's bad. I know some people are talking shit about it, but there's nothing wrong with it.
I mean, it's like anything else. You're risking to try and get some really cool rewards, and if you can get as high as 8 and try and get the sword, great. If not, well, eventually you get a free A rank unit. So I don't know. Just some people like to bitch about everything. I feel like.
Yeah, but I mean, a lot of the stuff that they have in the game, they kind of have a huge cost to it. And I'm just thinking about those meeting spot tickets. But it's
Yeah.
something you'll get eventually. You get 10 tries a week. You just do like 1 or 2 a day, and you're good.
Right. Yeah. Don't burn yourself out trying to do all 10 and grind it out. If and fail a bunch of times if you don't think you can clear it. I mean, there's plenty of games out there that give you a chance to just lose all your stamina or lose all of the resource to do some special stages. They bait you into doing it. And
Well, yeah, if,
yeah,
if you're burning your stamina and you can't complete a stage, then just use your stamina on getting your guys up so that they can, rather than trying and failing over and over.
right, like you should know after like 1 or 2 tries if you're able to do this or not. It's pretty it's pretty easy at that point where it's like, okay, well, maybe I'll come back towards the end of the week and try this again, as opposed to, well, I'm never going to do this because it's super fucking scary and not worth it until they change the game.
Or,
It's
you could just have Zoma, man. He'll just beat everything.
Yeah, I mean, he'll 2-shot the serpents. Well, he'll 1-shot some on the lower stages, so it's not bad. Or Baramos. Baramos will 1-shot up to like stage 7. He's ridiculous.
Yeah. Yeah, apparently.
But hey,
Yeah,
JP
don't
said that he
sleep
was
on
a
that.
bad unit, so it was like nobody got him. Everybody stayed away from him.
Oh, yeah, no. I didn't have any gems to roll on him, but I regret not doing it. I rolled purely on Zoma. Um, but yeah, Baramos was a really good banner to roll on. You get Baramos, and Boreal was just a king.
Oh yeah, he's great. I mean, I just used him in arena a minute ago to just waffle stomp some bots. He just comes in and smacks them.
And what do you think of this new arena? Well, not new, but like the current weight right now.
Oh, it's totally my favorite. But we'll see what happens with these bots who are able to just kind of get perfect scores regardless of the situation. And I'm sure they're still going to get it again this week with some really janky teams, and it's going to draw even more attention to them. So it's just
You
like,
know,
what's
I
going to
was
happen?
wondering, could they have a good team and then just do another game against the AI, but like put that shitty team to just cover up what their real team is? Is that something you can do?
So you can't. It has to be a ranked match. Like your last ranked match is
Ah,
what your setup
all
is going to
right.
be. So when I saw Oinkimin's video of Zero setup the other day for last week's matches, it made no sense why he didn't even have people on like the left and right flanks, like to just kind of fan up and attack and kill quickly. There's just something really wrong there. It's either some sort of cheat that's going on where they're just kind of manipulating the damage, like Nip had mentioned, or
Yeah, I've
these are
always thought there
bots
was something
entirely. These are
a
like
bit
totally
shitty about the
sanctioned
top.
bots who are always programmed to get X amount of points every week, and you can't do anything about it. So it's either the company needs to scale these bots back, or are they actually going to do anything about cheating? Because I don't want to tell people, well, I mean, if they're not going to do anything, I guess you guys could all just go and fucking cheat then. It's like, it's a bad message.
Well, I mean, I don't really like cheating myself, so I wouldn't do it either way.
Well, yeah,
But
because eventually, how it usually works is when other people start doing it, that's when they start banning everybody, and it's the guy who tries it one time who gets hit the hardest, as opposed to the motherfucker who's been reaping the rewards for like 2 months. It never works out the way you want it
uh,
to.
it is a bit of a shame though that nothing's been done about it so far. Seeing those teams, it's just at a single glance that yeah, there's something fucked up.
Right. Anybody who's been playing the game for a bit takes a look at how the equipment set up, how the position of the enemies
Yeah,
are
the
set up.
weapons aren't lined up. Their skill levels are like sometimes not even ranked up. It's just
Like a good example was with Zero's team, he had his icicle all the way in the back on an offense. Everything was shifted to one side on offense. It made no sense whatsoever, and I couldn't see, even if I was to even kind of try and replicate it, which would be hard because I don't have I don't have the skills to his level because most of my shit's maxed up even on some of those lower units, and two, I have things higher awakening, so maybe I could pull it off with the awakenings I have and the skills, but you're going to tell me that this guy who's got like a lot of skills +0 or +4 or, and mismatched equipment is able to go in and just be rank 1 every week, and nobody's been able to be like, hey,
consistently
what's going on?
two-turn people with like fully awakened, boss units. Yeah, no,
And
I
with
don't buy it.
shifting weight, I could see 1 week where I didn't do too hot because the weight one was so low and my like fourth team member was kind of silly. It's just I think I placed like 60th that week, but every other week I've
I
been.
kind of want to see a really low weight, PvP week, something like in the mid-hundreds.
Oof, I'd have to put together a really good team. I'm trying to think what I would keep in as like a high end unit. Like, would I keep in WK and well, if it's 100 weight, I'd probably be like build it around
Nah,
1S rank, and then everybody else would be like shit tier.
yeah, you got to find who can carry you, or just a couple good A's that can carry. Oriel's one that comes to mind.
Boreal's good, but he's a double-edged
Squish.
sword. Like the new Dino, like right now, because I've got him to Awaken 3, so while I have it up here, I'll throw it up for folks on here, and I'll just give you the stats. Yeah. So with the equipment setup I've got for the little Halbertsaurus, we're looking at right now he's got 942 HP at Awakening 3, 466 attack with the flail, 455 defense, and even his agility's starting to get a little bit better. It's 305, but we still got 2 more Awakenings we can get for him. And the kicker, I finally got his Volcanic Flame to +10. So, real player shit. Like, oh, hey, you've got a really good S unit that you can max awaken. Well, yeah, let's get his skills up.
When I first saw him, I had very little faith in how breath damage was. I never really had anybody with a good breath, but having the unit, yeah, he really is a good unit. I underestimated how good.
You start to see his potential when there's times where he can walk up and just like fucking one shot a WK. Hey, what's up, Lawliet? Like just all of a sudden just walks up, the Wit Knight just goes down, and you're like, oh, he does do good damage. The only regret I have is that I don't have a good True Lord Dragon form to pair with him. Like if mine was max awakened, and then using this guy, like you could really pelt the enemy team, just whittle them down and take them out quickly. Which is, I think, how Nib gets most of his high ranking for the week. It's just consistent AoE damage that the enemy can't sustain. It's just you're guaranteed to hit their midfield pretty well with those 2 units.
Oh yeah, another one that comes to mind is Ultra Stop. What do you think of that one? I've seen a few of those people with I want to say Balzac, the nightclubber, and I just kind of avoid those.
I would. I mean, it's the potential to crits high there. Oh, they also want to know what's your in-game name or Discord name. I have you as Brother Bruce, but I think you go by something else.
Oh, in-game, Mystic. I'm not like crazy.
Oh, I know you. We were fighting with Chase earlier, and then he changed his mind. And thanks, Lawliet. Thanks for the sub, buddy. I want you to stay around, and we need to go on your podcast at some point, talk some stuff. Like Chase literally did a 180.
Okay, sorry, my bad.
Oh, you're not the same guy? We were like railing on Chase earlier in Platt's Discord, and he just like did a 180 and did a better video? Or somebody else?
No, I'm not. I don't have any videos. I'm not that mystic.
Oh, no, you were in the Discord though, right? Were you talking to him this morning, or is that somebody else? Is that a different
That's somebody else.
Damn, that would be fucking awesome if you were that dude, because he laid into him. Like 10 fucking points.
Oh yeah, no, I've seen some of his shit. It's pretty chill. Yeah, no, I just I like to watch your guys' content, and I just thought I'd stop by.
Oh, thank you for stopping by, and it's just one of those things where he's got his perspective, I've got mine, and we just kind of all I'll try and coexist in some way, shape, or form.
I mean, yeah, there's a
It's a
can't be
balancing
too much
act.
of a downer on that, man.
I,
You might turn people away. You know?
yeah, it's just like one of those TMZ headlines. You see predatory, and you're like, "What the fuck are they doing?"
Predatory is kind of a strong word, and maybe not. I mean, all right, strong word aside, it just doesn't seem like it is. Honestly, it's a cave of trials. You just gotta get better to get further in. You know,
Right, and it's just like like that dude says,
it's
we're
meant to
all
be a challenge.
adults. It's just like you got to know where your limits are. Don't bash your head against the thing for 10 hours, or don't waste all of your stam on failed attempts if you know you can't get it. Watch a couple
Exactly.
videos, look at your unit lineup, and go from there. But anyway, I'm gonna get Foxy in here next. Thank you for joining. See you next time. Take care.
Yeah, man.
Peace.
Take care.
All right, Foxy, you've essentially put me to shame this week. How you doing?
Hold on, hold on. Let me just mute your real quick. Okay, I'm here. What's up?
Oh, you put me to shame this week, Foxy. Like you absolutely shit on me. I
I
mean,
put you to. Well, look, I'm coming out. That was my. This is like my statement. I started really late. It took me a while to get a box. Now that I have a box, I'm here. And my box has Orochi in it, and not too many other people can say that.
ugh, fuck me. The fact that that actually happened. Well, I paid my price for my consequences of chasing
No, you
CP
did.
early on.
That the CP leaderboard was fun for a while, but it kind of bit you in the ass. I still think you can do it. If you can, you said your Baramos can take a hit, right?
Oh yeah, he can definitely take a hit, and
So you can take one hit in stage 10.
yeah, and you've also
Can he do?
noticed here that I have some gems on hand.
Can he also do half of a Aurora Serpent's health
Oh, you
in
damn
one
well
hit?
know he can. You
Well,
damn.
then you can do stage 10. Then you can do it.
Oh, okay. I just need to get my armored scorpion up then, because the golem's
Yeah,
not
just
too.
get your Armored Scorpion to 4 or 5. Honestly, 4 probably is suffices. So if
Speaking of
you
which, while I have you guys here, I'm gonna do a pull real quick, a 10 pull on that banner.
go ahead, you're kind of laggy, but that happens to the best of us. We'll see it eventually.
Ah, for fuck's
I
sakes.
well, I have to wait to get my crystals so I can get a Max Awakened Vodka Archer to brute force through it. But I don't really have to like I did all 10 runs today. It's fine tuned. It won't cost me that much stamina now. Like I have the runs RNG down to very minimal. I just basically have to hit poison, and I don't even really have to hit blunt, but hitting blunt will make it easier. So like it's pretty much fine tuned, but I still want to brute force it just so I can use skip tickets in the future because it's time, and I don't want to do it all forever.
Nobody does, and shit, Lawliet's even like, I can't even beat stage 6. I mean, Lawliet's from the era where our hardest content was like pyramid. It's like there wasn't a lot of thinking involved. If you had certain units or certain cheese, you could get through a lot of shit, and then you were done with the day. And now it's like you need to be a master strategist or some shit to fucking clear this.
You gotta
You got to think.
you gotta be a whale to do the hard content, but it's a gacha game. You have to be a dolphin or a whale to do the hard content. If you're not, you can do it, but it's a little hard. It's going to be harder. It's going to take more time. You're still going to get the stuff. It's going to take longer unless you're really dedicated. Or just luck out. Because eventually, even free-to-play players are going to have max awakened or close to max awakened units. The anniversary is coming up. Time
Fuck!
goes forward.
Yes!
So
Got it. Max
you did
Scorpion.
get
We're
it. You
good.
got max
We're
scorpion. You're
done. We're
set.
good. We're going to do
Yeah,
Pizarro
you
pulls
can do
now,
the
too.
run
Fuck
now.
it.
If you weren't lagging so bad, I could help you set it up. But I gotta go at like in like
You're fine.
10 minutes. So
I'm actually going to
um,
try Nightmare Strat, because his is kind of like a bait with the flame.
yeah.
And I think
That'll
that
work.
might ease things up a little bit since I don't have the consistent debuff. Oh, fucking live in stature. God damn it. I fucking hate this guy.
Well, you don't need the consistent debuff if you get him in that position that I had him earlier today.
Oh, so then Crab will work a lot better.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. If you have Crab, do the debuff. If you start debuffing him, if you get him in that position where you bait the flame, if you start debuffing him every turn on turn 5, then you're guaranteed to have enough debuff on him. They're not guaranteed, but the odds are really, really high that you'll have enough debuff on him by the time stage 9 comes around or turn 9 comes around. Then just move your Hell Gladiator into position. Slicey. and you're all set. And if your Baramos can take a hit, he can clear the ads while you keep your Armored Scorpion up with your Emperor Slime, and you're good to go.
Let's try our luck 2 for 2 now, Foxy.
Are you guys trying to catch up with that? Yeah, I have four hearts. I need a fifth one, but I don't think I'm ever gonna get it. So I just have to live with that fact.
Well, I'm definitely not getting shit here.
That's okay. Maybe I'll get one with tact points, since like Giuliante is not coming this week, and I don't need Giuliante for anything because I can do the content she's really good at without her. So I'll throw tact points at him till he goes away, and maybe I'll get a Max Awaken.
Okay, last pull. Let's see what we get. I got my Scorpion. These are just extras on. This is all. We'll just script this motherfucker.
I will say it's a lot of fun turning predatory events into prey and just dismantling them as best as you fucking can.
Turning predatory into fucking prey. Jesus.
Yeah, turn the predator to prey, turn the tables. Because, like, look, you could just turn whatever stage your units are the best at into like your bitch and get all the gems for the first clear up to it. And then you skip tickets, and you're good. You beat it. You beat it to your ability, and come back again when you got stronger units after the anniversary, after the stamina refresh, and move up 2 steps, 3 steps, 4 steps. Beat the whole dang thing if you can. You'll get your Orochi. It'll happen.
I'm just glad Lawliet's still with us. I thought we were going to lose him at one point. Don't worry about him.
Well, like people would say, like, okay, look, as Chase says, 200 stamina is like a lot, but like it's a whole week. It's like just use one of your 20s, one of your 20 free ones. That's a run. That's one of them. That's 7 a week. You just use one of your 120 out of your 120 free stamina. Because nobody's doing every hard stage every day. Like that's what they gave it to us for when you kind of thought that you had to do every hard stage, but you don't. You just do it every now and then to get some of your materials up, and you take that 120 and you farm tomes with it, and you do a stage in Orochi, and by Sunday you have 7 done off of free stamina. Just do a couple more, and you've done it for the week. It's not like you have to spend 200 stamina all day every day on it.
Let's see where our Scorpion is. Let me see if I can get him to 100 now. That's
a good event. I like that. I mean, the fun's over. I'm that kind of person that like opens all my presents right away. So the fun's over. I beat it. I have it dismantled into a rhythm, and now I'm just gonna do it every week.
But you don't have the sword.
Yeah, I need the sword. That's what I need. I don't know. Anybody who's in chat or watches, like, if you can find somebody who has, knows the exact drop rate for stages 8, 9, and 10. Like, I want to know if it's like 1, 2, 3%. That's what I think it is, but I don't know for certain.
I think the only guy who might know would be Delzor. He's like the sage pants. Like, yeah, go to.
He probably would know. If I ever see it, like if he's around in the chat and in global the main Discord, I'm gonna ask him because it would make sense if 8 was 1%, 9 was 2%, and 10 was 3%. Because I did 10 runs on stage 10 and I didn't get a drop, so it's not like high on stage 10. It's not like 10% or anything.
Okay, Armored Scorpion is done. Let's look at his stats real quick.
We used to auto everything. Yeah, you can't auto everything well, you can auto almost everything. You can auto Sorrow's Peak. That's that.
I mean, shit. I would have been able to auto the middle of the peak if the AI didn't know, figured out how to climb shit.
Climb mountains. Come on, you know that. AI can't do that.
No, it can't. I was hysterical though. I was like, oh, I'm just gonna go auto all this shit. I'm like, oh, I'll be back. Turned my brain off.
Yeah, I was so excited. I was so excited to clear Sorrow's Peak. I was so excited to do this. Like, it feels really good to be able to do high level content in this game. The reward is huge. It reminds me of like completely different game, completely different like style, but it reminds me of like the Soulsborne games where it's like you got to learn how to dismantle the enemy, and then once you do it, it's really rewarding because you got the accomplishment.
Alright, so this Armored Scorpion now has 1167 HP, and my Emperor is able to heal almost 700 HP, so we're doing pretty good.
You're set. That's plenty of health. Mine's a little higher because I have the arena armor and the liquid metal slime sword on it.
Oh, I guess I could put the liquid metal slime sword on it. Let me do that. Let's change that actually matter?
No, you're gonna need that to make Baramos be able to survive a hat.
Well, yeah. Well, actually, I could use the other one on him. I've got a bunch of swords that I've rolled pretty well for HP. Like
Okay. I think
I've
you
got
need
some
to make him be
ridiculous
able
stuff.
to survive with like, I think he needs to have like 11 something HP or something like that.
Let's see. So right now my Baramos, without any sort of crazy gear,
Maybe it's like 1060 something.
he's at
1064 maybe.
883 base HP. With
Yeah,
no
if you
gear.
can get him to like 1,000 something, then you should be able to handle it. Because he definitely, the Aurora Serpent will hit you for about, it hits me at 4-star for about 1,000, a little more than 1,000. So it'll probably hit you for like 900 something, maybe 999 or something.
I can definitely push his HP up. I mean, he's my most CP unit, period. Like, just the amount of
Oh
stuff
yeah,
I can
dude,
do for him.
Baramos is a beast. Baramos is my highest CP unit too. He fucking rules. Baramos is awesome. I know that he got the shit like kicked out of him in the rankings for JP, but like, I don't know. Maybe we know how to use him better. Maybe it's he's not as bad as you think he is. He's good for content. He might not be the best for arena, but honestly, he's good for arena too. I've been using him in arena since day one. He's good.
So I've gotten Baramos's max CP to what was that? What was that number? It's a ridiculous number. 5,000.
5136.
Yes.
Yeah, 5136 over 5,000, and like not even a little bit over 5,000, like a lot over 5,000. But yeah,
busted.
this is just me showing up on the doorstep of saying like, hey, I'm an elite player in this game now, so watch out.
Yeah. I mean, well, what's your arena rank?
Well, I ended at like 90 or I think 90 last week.
This week is going to be bad for you, my friend.
No, it's not going to be bad for me. My team is a 4 awakened Sorrow, a 4 awakened Baramos, a 3 awakened Zoma, a 1 awakened White King, and then an Angel Slime for heals.
You didn't go full offensive? What's wrong with you?
I mean, I could go full offensive, but like I have to bring a C unit for that because it's 3 heroes or three lords.
Shit, I'm rocking. What am I rocking right now?
I could run. I could also run. I have a lot of flex units, but I could run White King, Baramos, Zoma, Boreal, and Ragnar. Ragnar's actually pretty good. He can take a hit.
Like with this CP arena team, what am I at? I'm at something stupid here.
No, like I have a whale team now. It came together.
I don't know if I'd call it a whale team unless you've got like 23k CP for an arena team.
Hold on. Let me see what my arena team CP is, or let me see what like the highest CP arena team I can do. Also, I got my awakening for my dragon, so like I'm only a little bit behind, and have the armor.
Although realistically, my Dino is probably the lowest CP guy here. What's Dino at?
Probably.
Dino's at 4429. What's Boreal? Oh no,
So
Boreal's a little low.
the team I ran today is a 21k CP a 21k CP team, but I think this is probably higher. Hold on.
This is definitely a fucking World Crusher team. WK, Zoma, Albertsaurus, Baramos, and Boreal. And the only one who doesn't have Max Awakening is the fucking Albertsaurus.
Okay, hold on 1 second. Let me see what the highest CP I can get on this team is. So I can probably get really high CP on this team. All right, so I think the highest I'm pulling right now is probably 20. What's this?
Oh, Jesus Christ, Lawliet, you've fallen
20,
pretty far.
21,400 CP for that one that I can do. And that only weighs 250, so I could actually probably make it. Wait, I can make it bigger. Hold on.
Yeah, you've got 15.
Yeah, sorry, 21,957.
That's better.
That's 4 awakened Sorrow, 4 awakened Baramos, 3 awakened Zoma, max awakened Boreal, and max awakened Hellion.
So here's the question: how come you haven't Max Awakened Zoma or Bizarro since you have the chance to?
because I just spent I spent money trying to get Sorrow to 4, and I just got him to 4. Like I just did. I did pulls on Sorrow today.
That makes sense, Lawliet. You just auto your arena, where I just kind of like turn it into a fucking spectacle. I only auto after it doesn't count anymore. So let's look into here. Let's see if I want to beat up somebody. Oh, there's Zero. Hey, look, it's our buddy Zero. Let's
I've
see.
gotten I've
Hold on, I'm gonna
I did my
record this
runs
shit.
today. I got 124, 128, 128. So like I'm not perfect, but I'm a good player. And only one of those was against a bot. The other
Okay,
two had
so
people.
I am recording this. Zero seems to have the exact same motherfucking team that he played with. I am going to fucking auto this guy to death. I'm just going to make the positionment. And again, this is the Mr. Number 1 fucking best in the world. This is his team setup that he's been using to win. This guy's a fucking
Watch
cheater.
out. Watch out, don't get crit by Elena.
I'm not worried about it. We're still recording this shit. This is going up. So,
No,
yeah.
absolutely. Absolutely.
Awesome.
I mean, it's not you're not going to have a problem with that.
Oh, no, I'm going to fucking just auto it. I'm going to pull Lawliet on him. Let's see.
Well, you have fun. I've got a hangout to get to. Thanks for listening, everyone.
Yeah,
And
take care, Foxy.
I'll see you
Thanks for
around.
joining.
I'll see you around the Discords, and I'll call in another time.
Take care. Bye-bye.
All right. See ya.
Alright, so how do we want to disable this? Let's see here. Wow, that's a really poor team setup. Okay, so he's got speed. I'll give him that. He has speed. That's great. We're actually gonna, let's see. Let's put him here. Have him fuck with him. We'll let those two stay, and then we'll let this guy come up midway. We'll just auto. See what happens. Hands free. This is what the best has to offer. Big fucking whoop. Yeah, this is what the best fucking has. I didn't have to do much. Oh, wow, I lost a unit. Big whoop. Auto 2 turns, you motherfucker. Like, you're going to tell me that that same setup from last week, where you did have the weight limit, you didn't even adjust it for the new weight limit, you're going to tell me that you're going to be able to perfect this again. So just, for those of you watching here, I'm going to put this up on YouTube in a bit. That was me just dissecting Zero. Had the same team as last week. Nothing's really changed. I'm sure he's going to get fucking perfect points when we come around and we look at the stats for tomorrow. Something really needs to be done about these guys. Like, there's just an obvious fucking cheat going on here. And I don't know what the right or wrong answer is. I don't know how far this runs. I don't know how many people are using this, to what extent they're using this, but there's some shady shit going on. And we need to kind of figure out what exactly is going on with it, because it's bad. I mean, it's a bad look for the game. I mean, I don't know what the right or wrong answer is here. I really don't. I don't know if we need to, like, get some new anti-cheating for the game. I don't know if they need to, like, really reevaluate things or change up how stuff is done, or just kind of ban the worst offenders because there's people who really stand out. I know you're not going to get everybody. I mean, generally, there's always going to be somebody who falls through the cracks. You know, this is a game of offense and defense when it comes to this stuff, where, you know, the best defense you can bring to the table still isn't going to be as strong as the guy who figures out a way to break through, but showing some sort of anything at this point, like even an update, anything in regards to what's going on with this arena situation. Because again, we just got to fight this guy another round. Nothing impressive about his formation. There's nothing there that even was, like, you know, remotely scary about him. I mean, we autoed his team. And you're going to tell me that this guy can just go in with that team and dissect people week after week? No. No. So that was us taking him out of the equation. And again, we won't have any thing here. Well, let's see. Can we take a look at last week's leaderboard? So let's look at that real quick. Let's see. Let's see how Zero did for last week. I got 16. Here's Zero. And here's the exact team we just laid out on the fucking table. Inorganic camera for hybrid makes no sense. Devil wand for icicle makes no sense. I mean, you don't even need the fucking S rank wand on the devil moth. I mean, I'm sure you're hitting the wisdom cap on it. Well, can we actually see that? Let's 302. 302, and the best ability is Swish. Meanwhile, oh, he's just getting all sorts of arena armors and shit. Oh no, he's got the slime robe. He's put the slime robe on the devil moth. This guy hurts my fucking head. And now he's got the undead staff on the devil moth too. When you look at him closer for this week, it's a fucking joke. I mean, he doesn't even know what the fuck he's doing with this equipment. Like, it's like he just fucking does recommended for everything. For fuck's sakes. Well, I'll have this up in a few on YouTube. For anybody watching or have any questions about this, this is an ongoing fucking thing. I really, really wish we could get this nipped in the bud. But we'll see what happens. You know, I feel like next week we'll be talking about this again, which is why my name, Ban Bots Please, is still going to stay. But, yeah. Alright, that's that YouTube video. That's what Platt does. Like, hey, I just made some content extra for YouTube, which is kind of like happenstance chance. I've learned from Platt. He's taught me a couple of good things. He's a good guy. I worry about him, but he's a good guy. Yeah. Now I got a bunch of bots to fight for tomorrow. Okay, cool. Alright, does anybody want to call in? Anybody want to talk about Orochi? Anybody want to talk about an arena situation? I mean, I'm open for them. I just want to shoot the shit. Yeah, hits auto on equipment, gets rank 1 in arena. Like, fuck me, man. Fuck me. I just don't know what to make of any of this. But anyway, if anybody just want to join in, pop on the Discord, go into the Queue for Twitch show. We'll talk for a little bit, but otherwise, probably going to take a little break because I was hiking all day. I'm still kind of a little exhausted. And we'll resume in a few. Okay, got some tickets there. What do I got here? Great. I'll start working on my Orochi strat and building up my team. What else do I have to work on? Like, we've upped the Armored Scorpion. His HP seems pretty solid. Is there anything else I need to level for my guys? Oh, let's see. What do we need to... Do I need to level up his selflessness? Like, what is it right now? 16 a pop? Okay, on 16 a pop. I mean, I guess we could level it up. I mean, sure, why not, right? Got 38 bucks. All right, let's do it. Go, 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 go. Let's go again. Let's go again. Cool. We got. Let's try for 9 because I'm a masochist. No, do you have any books left? 8 more books. No. Okay, cool. Is there anything else I need to level up in that regards? We got Handsome Crabs 1 to 10. Oh, is there anybody else I need to level up some stuff for? I'm trying to think. No, don't bother with that. I don't really care about the Necron Wave. I don't think there's anybody else I need to level up here. I'm trying to think. This crab's only good for the blunt. We've got, well, hold on a second. Emperor could still use, I guess, the buff up a little bit. upgrade that. That's at 6. I've got a B rank special book. I don't know when I got that, but fuck it. Let's give it a go. You get it? No. Okay. Oh, that's rough. That is rough. Anybody else need to level up? I don't think we do for that fight. I think everything's pretty straightforward. Is there anybody else I want to work on for something else, though? Oh, yeah. Let's see. The real. Real's. What is he at? Rolling slash. Is that? No, I'll have to work on that at some point. Alright, I think we're good here. Let's do our gold missions, and then we'll probably pop off unless somebody else wants to get on and discuss some things with us. Go either way, any which way. We can talk Orochi's trial, we can talk some other stuff. Oh, I need more gold. I'm starting to get low again. Leveling up all these abilities has not helped. Let's get this done. Oh, let's also do our metal slime too over here. Let's edit him out. Scorpion anymore? Who do I want to level? Let's see. Anybody on the super low end? Let's get this guy done. Let's get him a small amount of XP. He's not going to get anything to write home about, but let's go in, get that done, knock that out. Oh, and then we should be done for. Oh, we got somebody. Oh shit! You're gonna come on in? Okay. All right. All right. Okay. Okay then. No, never thought we'd be doing this, but hey.
There's a lag. All right, I'll mute you. What's up, man?
Not much. It's been weird since you kind of stepped down, and a lot of people have just kind of rode off into the sunset, and I've had to step it up a bit.
Yeah, well, I like that. Big fan of your guys' new podcast.
Went from wanting to murder each other to being best buddies who do an hour show a week. How the fuck does that happen?
It was really cool because I've always been friends and big fans of both you guys. You know what I mean? So it's cool that you guys work that out, and I think you guys make good high level content, which is something that me and Platt couldn't really do. We were more like entertaining.
Well, yeah, because Nib's like an ex-developer, and I don't think I've ever told anybody this, but I've actually done not just rank 1 in this game. I know this is kind of silly for a phone game, but there's been times where I've actually gotten first, to max level in an MMO, where I had fucking lost sleep, had grinded up just to win $100 for some silly event in the game where, I competed against several hundred people, and well, I also kneecapped them too, because in those games you could PvP, so I would go out there, I had a couple levels on him, I'd kill my competition, and then go back to grinding. It's fucking brutal shit.
Dude, those MMOs, dude, this game is nothing of a grind compared to those things, but of course you know that.
Well, yeah, and then there was also penalties for most of them back in the day that they're gone now. Could you imagine losing 1%, and that 1% took you 3.5 hours to get, and then you try and get that 1% back, and then you die again? And yes, this is Lawliet, the man, the myth, the legend, who's hopefully not going to get jaxed. We're going to keep him around.
Oh, dude, yeah, but if anybody wants, just buy my account and get me out of here. But other than that, yeah, I'm still playing.
If Shane's actually had a paper route, he'd probably take you up on that offer.
Man, Chains needs to get a freaking NA account because he spends so much time on the Discord and stuff, and it's just silly because he can only talk about stuff that doesn't really affect the rest of us.
Although he gave us some good info on that blossoming thing for the skills, the skill tree. He actually said something. I was I took note of that. It's oh yeah, by the way, you're going to use your Medini gold medals to buy some of that shit. And I'm oh, okay, I'm going to stop using my gold medals now. I'm going to okay, no more irises. I'm going to put these all away, and I'm going to keep them. And also Swagger / Game Vision says to stick around, which you should. We like keeping you around, even if you don't play the game. I mean, even if you just hang on my Discord. A lot of the people in there don't play Dragon Quest. They're just people I've met along the way, and they stick around because, well, I'm that kind of guy, I guess.
Right. And I mean, of course, I'm always gonna just be around, like in the Discord and stuff. And like me and Alti actually talked about this at one point when Jax did the Jaxing, right? And he was like, dude, if I ever get done playing this game, he's like, we're still gonna be friends. We're still gonna talk on Discord and stuff. And that man owns 3 companies or 2. Yeah, he's 2. He owns 2 companies. So it's like if that guy can find the time to do that, then I mean, Jax could have found time to still hang out with us. But
Something else must
obviously,
have happened with, and it's one of those things we'll never know the full story, but
I got a full story.
really, like, why did
Yeah.
he just completely cut ties? Like, say, fuck everybody and just went off into the sunset? What exactly
Yeah.
happened?
Well, I already told everybody like that. His wife had gotten COVID, right? The day of the S6, like he stayed up all night to do the 1 o'clock or 2 o'clock, whatever, launch of the S6, and then he found out later that day that, and we were in a group chat, and he said that his wife got COVID and that he was gonna have to take the game light for a bit. And we're all like, all right, man, take your time, like family first. And he had been getting offers since day one to relieve himself of his account, and this is all for entertainment purposes, right? I don't want anybody to get banned or anything.
Right, it doesn't matter at this point. Nobody, half the shit gets
Well, here's the
deleted
crazier
anyway.
thing: is that account, regardless of who has it, hasn't played in 9 days because I just passed him today, and I'd been watching his account as I'd been approaching him.
So
It's kind of an iconic moment for me, right? Because he had been like number 1 when I originally got on the game and stuff.
right,
So.
he was the main reason. Like, I feel like I kind of helped set him up for that because it was like neck and neck forever, and I just kept keeping on his heels, keeping the background, and I passed him. It's like, oh shit, I passed Jax finally because like he got me day 2. He beat me. I was ranked 1 day 1. He came in day 2 and just fucking obliterated me. Took me to fucking town, And it was like, what's going to happen to this guy? Is he going to burn out? What's going to go on? And I don't know how much time he was putting into the game, but it must have been a lot. Because, I mean, I was putting in 8 hours a day grinding battle roads and shit at one point. And he was doing even more than me just to keep pace.
This is the weird thing about Jack, and of course, by the time me and Jax were really friends, it was after the first month of the game, so he had kind of gotten all the real grindy stuff out of the way. But he claimed that he only played for about 2 hours a day.
Oh, then he was autoing. I fucking hate him.
So, I mean, that makes sense, right?
Yeah, it's one of those things. And again, it's like everybody brought up. It's not really hurting anybody. I mean, not like he got a fucking cash prize or he got bonuses for getting rank 1. I just didn't get a chance to brag even longer about it, which would have made people hate me even more. So he kind of did me a favor, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, so I think that's what it was. And I didn't auto forever, which was stupid. So I think I didn't really start playing the game on auto until after our podcast.
Now, would you believe me if I said I still haven't autoed?
Yeah, I'd believe you. I mean, why quit when you're this deep, right? And you'd already cleared a majority of the content the hard way, right? All of the original battle roads and stuff. So
I'm still working on the new shit. I'm not. It's rough because I know that I'm not looking to do perfect clears right now because the only thing I wanted was the orbs, and I've got them, and now everything else is kind of extra. But it's rough. I mean, some of those fights, like, you have to actually put some effort and thought into them, or try and brute force them. And then if you brute force them, you're not getting the no death clears. You have to actually play it perfectly. And yeah, that's a lot of work.
You need some stuff, man. Because I was looking at doing that when S6 first came out, and then I got really pissed off of how difficult those fights were. Because you had to like. So I got a JP guide from like Alti, and then this is for like the Draki one, and my Draki wasn't one of the very few units that I didn't have like 5 Wakened, right? Because I hadn't grinded that specific unit. And I went and grinded him, and then I figured out that we didn't have the lollipop, right? So there's a lollipop that JP has from some holiday event. I think it's a Halloween event, and it just gives you like crazy HP and crazy defense and crazy something else. 3 like stats of like plus 100.
Yeah, it's fucking broken.
and we don't have it. So I was really pissed off about that. So I did eventually get it, but I had to get all of my characters' stats much higher, and I had to get like +9 on all my abilities, and it was just a ton of resources to get one perfect clear.
And I'm still working on Imp Road. I haven't finished that yet. I need to at some point just to get the armors out of it, but unless I'm motivated, I just don't go out of my way anymore. Like, I went and got the Golem armor because I needed it for Orochi to put on the Stone Golem to get him to be able to do turn 9 no problem. But other than that, it's just been like, well, I mean, I want the medals, but at the same time, I'm just trying to scale back because I like playing other shit. I mean, if you watch some of my other Twitch videos, I play like my PS5 stuff. Like, I'm just playing like Mobile Suit Gundam a little while ago, and I can't balance doing all that and playing that game at the same time. It's fucking hard.
Yeah, that was my biggest thing. Is like it's just like even playing by like autoing my like grinds and stuff. It still is a lot of time to just be on my phone or making sure that I'm checking my stamina refreshes, and like I couldn't imagine playing the way you play, right? So it's just and that's without even doing any skilled battles. Like right now, I'm finally getting around to doing Orochi, because after taking a couple weeks off, I was like, oh, I could play, for a couple hours and not feel bad about it.
Right.
But it's a lot of work these days to maintain. And then I saw, like, I didn't even watch Chase's video, but I saw that he said it was a scam, and I know why he did. Like, I don't have to watch. You know what I mean?
No,
His
you
video,
don't. But
what he's gonna say.
he actually listened and scaled back. Like we like rattled him on Platt's Discord, even though like he's like my arch nemesis now. But he like he literally took the title I had said in Platt's fucking Discord and used it for his next video. But he's like, oh, I don't listen to anything this guy says. Like, okay, well, yeah.
Oh man,
It's good shit. It's funny. I mean, he's two-faced as fuck, but at the same time, you know what? As long as he scales it back a notch, I'll stop going at him hard. But otherwise, I'm just gonna keep going at him until like he Robin Williams himself or some shit. I don't know.
oh, that's messed up.
I'm excessive.
Too
You know
soon.
me.
Like,
No,
but yeah.
I was making jokes like that 15 minutes after it happened. So I'm that guy. I'm awful.
But yeah, I mean, I always got along with Chase. I haven't talked to him since I handed off the podcast to him. That wasn't my specific choice. I recommended Nib, but nothing against him. It's just I thought that Nib would balance Platt a little bit better on because I always thought that the podcast was best when there was one knucklehead like me or Platt, and then one person who really knows what they're talking about. But that's just my
So now you have two
opinion.
knuckleheads.
Right. I mean, we was two knuckleheads when I was running it. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
it was only as good as our guest. That's kind of what it was. It was usually entertaining, but like, if we're trying to provide value for people,
Speaking of which,
I still think one of the best podcasts that there ever was is still on my channel. Right, the one that I did with Jax, because he just went through, and that was very early on in the game when a lot of us didn't understand the real mechanics of the game, and I learned so much from that right there.
he definitely knew this game in a different way. Like, I still don't deep dive into like most stuff. I just try and use my power whenever I can. If I can leverage the fights and use my raw power to win, I'd rather do that than have to sit there and be like, well, if I move this guy 2 spaces to the right, it'll trigger a chain reaction where the other unit then comes up and does this ability, and in which case I can do this. Instead, it's like, well, if I move these guys up 3 spaces and I fuck them, they die. I'll take that option.
Yeah. Yeah, the crazy thing is he had like the same kind of units that you have, but some people just get off on the strategy of these games. Like I have a feeling that Foxy is like that, from the conversation you guys just had. And you need people like that to help people like me clear content.
Right, because it's like you need people to guide. Like, I can do some guides here and there. Like, once somebody told me that they didn't realize Armful uses 6 hits in a row, I was like, oh, fuck, I gotta make a video on this, because this is bad. Like, if this guy doesn't know, and this is Lucas, because I'm gonna point him out, because he's, like, smart. Like, he's Jeopardy smart in DQT on the Discord. It's like, how many other fuckers don't know? And next thing I know, like, 200 people watch the video, and it's been a day, and it's like, oh, okay, well, mission accomplished. I put out good content. I secretly threw a jab at Chase that people are now realizing it because I named Armful as predatory. That was my sly jab at him this round.
Oh, did you?
That was the secret jab. I was like, you know what? All right, I won't mention him. I'll just do something subtle just for the fuck of it and see if anybody picks up on it. And people did. People like fucking look at everything. Like you're surprised. You know, I could leave some coded shit into these videos, and there'll be somebody who would come back and crack it. I'm like, okay, maybe I'll up
Dude,
my game.
I was sad nobody noticed. Like, I did 1 week of arena where I ran all the worst units, and I was waiting for somebody to run into me and to say, you know, Law is playing with Metal Dragon, like Nightclubber, like King She Slime and stuff. You know what I mean? But nobody noticed, unfortunately.
Well, to be fair, Nightclubber's pretty deadly when he's the AI because he always seems to crit people. So somebody would have been looking at that like, oh, he's onto something there, or he's like working on his skill blossoming team because I think that's when that came out too in Japan. So people were probably thinking you're like some next level fucking guru when it comes to this shit. It's like, oh my god.
Yeah, that's funny. Definitely not.
No, we're not that level. Like me using Blunt on Handsome Crab and now having to use Handsome Crab and Orochi, people are like thinking that, oh, maybe he's like figured something out. No, I chase CP, and one Blunt scroll is on the Crab, and the other one is on. I found out where I put it.
But you have 2 blunt scrolls? I thought there was only 1.
No, you get 2. You get 2, and well. When you see
Well, I
which
think
unit
I put a blunt
it on.
scroll on somebody who I don't even know because I only had 1. Because all right, so I'm in a group chat with Nib and Alti and Platt, and it used to be Jax, and we called ourselves Plan J, right? Just everybody's acronym.
Yeah.
And freaking Alti and Nib talk about the game a ton. Platt doesn't really talk that much anymore, and I don't have anything to add because I haven't really been playing. So when they say something, I listen to them, and those 2 motherfuckers were talking about Orochi, and he's like, Nib's like, oh yeah, how have you been clearing Orochi? He's like, oh yeah, I put Blunt onto, oh, I don't even know the name of this unit, the squid-looking thing, the undead squid. What is that?
The undead. Oh, the B rank unit. Let me see.
B rank unit.
Let me see. I don't know the name of it, but if I look at it, I can find it here.
But anyway, so I put it on him, and I was like, all right, you know, Alti said to put it on him, and Alti had cleared 7 with it.
Oh my god!
And I didn't even know there was.
Lunatic.
Yeah, Raving Lunatic. And I didn't even know there's 10 levels at this point, okay? So I didn't know anything. So I hadn't attempted any of the Orochis yet the very first day. And so I was like, oh, I better put my Blunt on the guy that Alti told me. Then I found out it's actually horrible on him, and that was a mistake.
Yeah, no, I have one on Handsome Crab, don't know why, and the other one is on, like, Carnivore, an F and E rank unit, whatever. It's just like, I just put stuff randomly just to get CP back then. I didn't know any better. I'm like, do I need any of these abilities? At least the Crab is good.
Use some
abilities. At least Crab is okay because he's kind of tanky, and, you know, he's an easy unit to get Max Awaken because he's in the general pool. So now I have him A6 and I'm leveling him up just because at this point, but well, now he's got a plus 10 Blunt on him. So congratulations, Mr. Crab, you've become useful. I can't believe I fucking did that.
And you see how many people changed their name to banning bots or something to do with banning bots?
Well, yeah, I joined that movement that Pack was setting up because it's. I mean, how many people? I know I've been fucked because there's been times where I'm like, oh, you know, I could have gotten 12, or I got 12th in arena this week or 14th, and then you look at all these bots. Ooh, well, they won't show up here, but they'll show up on the other one. And you could pick apart like 8 or 9 of them. And it's...
I want to talk about an even bigger deal with the bots, all right?
What?
There's so many of them.
So...
Like not even the bots that are... Not people cheating, right? I'm talking about the game makers making bots. Dude, I got 10,000th in arena, and I missed 2 days, but I did all hundreds, and I did, like, autos. 3 weeks ago, I did the same thing, and I was 1300th, right? So now all of a sudden, doing like a similar amount of things, I drop back 8,000 slots. That doesn't make sense.
Fuck, so you're just talking about the filler that they've put in, because I don't think we've gotten that many new people, even with, you know, the GQ.
I assume that it's mostly filler, and there could be some new people, right? But yeah.
Because this new event they did with the banners, with the colors, although not giving you the second ticket is kind of weird, or even a package to buy it, because I think I still have it here. Where is it? So, yeah,
it's weird that you couldn't buy the ticket with a package, right?
Right. Like, okay, I would still pull on this. If you were to be like, hey, this is going to be up for 3K in the shop, you want to buy this ticket and do this, I would go for it because I've got a 3 out of 4% chance to get something I don't have. I'll take an extra Queen Slime Awakening or even a Dread Dragon or a Dragon Lord. I'll take those. Those are great. I mean, I don't want Zoma. Please don't give me another Zoma. Don't do it. I lucked out on those
That's
banners, by
dirty.
the way, because I did a couple. I did the paid ones, not the tickets, and I managed to get things that I didn't have maxed out. So now I've got my box is actually looking a little bit better. It's been a long time since I've upgraded anything, but I've got like a 1 Awakening Queen Slime. I've got a 2 Awakening Slime. My Dread Dragons too, which will stay there. But hell, even Killing Machine's up on Awakening, so it's good. He's been what was it? He's been Awakening 1 since like day 1. Like I never got anything else with him. It's like, well, he's stuck there.
Dude. All right. So if you look at one of those 2 banners, right? If
Right.
anybody knows anything about the lore of me, there was 3 units that are unbelievably meaningful to me, right? So I spent my $205 to get my true form, but I only have a 0 Awakening one. I used my 60k free gems you get at the beginning on my 1 Killing Machine. And who's the third unit there on that banner?
Let's see.
Slineheart. I paid
Slineheart.
$205 to get 1 Slineheart, so I have a 0 Awakened Slineheart. And I was like, ooh, they're gonna for free give me one of these 3 units, right? Because the other one's Baramos, and they wouldn't do me dirty and give me a Baramos.
He's
Nah,
not
dude,
that
got a
bad.
Baramos.
Well, he is bad as Awakened Zero, which NES rank limited unit is, but he turns out if you have him up a little bit with Orochi, those mobs go down. I mean, they just get fucking obliterated. Even at
And I'm
like
not even
ranking
saying he's
3.
bad. It's
But
just
it's not what you want.
compared to the other 3, like, getting my +1 move on 2 of my units that I paid like $205 for or more, and then the other one getting the party boost. Like, I was really excited to get one of those 3. And then I got Baramos, which I already have a Baramos, so it's not that big of a power creep, right? It's just like +1 star or heart.
Oh, so you actually got Awakening 1 on Baramos then. So you had him and
Correct.
oh, that's
Yeah.
what is his even what's his
I don't know what he
upgrade for
does.
one?
Yeah, I didn't
Let me
care. I was just
see.
pissed. I immediately closed my game.
That would have been a good video. Just instantly turn it off. You're like, fuck this.
Yeah, dude. And here's the other thing is, like, I've thought about getting back into doing videos and stuff, but I don't want to spend any more money on the game. And when I make videos, it makes me feel like I have a reason or excuse to spend money, and it's unhealthy.
That's every gacha. It's like people are like, oh, come play this game, and I'm like, no, that's okay. I keep a rule of 1 gacha, that's it, and then I'll play something else on either like PlayStation or PC. It'll be a completely different game, and generally it'll be like a buy to play, or something that's free to play that's not as crazy. Like that little Gundam game I play on PlayStation Plus, that's free. It has
Yeah, that's
gacha
pretty
to it, but you don't have to pull on any of that because half the time you just play a 200-point match or a 250-point match, and you avoid playing the ones where you need like the expensive unit, and you always have that options, and that's smart. That's good. That's good business model. But playing like 2 or 3 gotchas, you're going to lose money because then it's like, well, this game has these packages, and then this game gets these packages, and then the game you're most invested on comes out with something new, and then you look at a credit card statement, and you're like, what the fuck happened? Like, where did I go wrong? It's like, well, 3 games just kind of dogpiled you. You had 200 here, 200 here, and then 200 here, and that's a good size of a paycheck. Whereas if it's just 1 game, like right now, I slowly put into this one. I put in some just to do a couple of pulls here, and it worked out. I got my Armored Scorpion, and I got shit on for Bizarro again, which is what it is. But my goal was to get my Armored Scorpion to max, and he's finally ready. So I'll do a Rochi later, and it'll look a lot better now. Thank
Yeah,
God.
how many Saros do you have?
1. I got 1 on a video. It turned in from a silver to max, but I mean, I'm not going to use him if I don't get an extra Awakening on him. He's just going to sit there.
That's what I got going on right now. I got a level 90 Sorrow. It's like with 0 Awakening.
I mean, did I put him to 110? I think I did. Even though I don't have any extra. Yeah, I put him to 110 because I haven't gotten any of the other banner units. Like I didn't get Elena, I didn't get Curiel, I didn't get Dragoir, so I had all these extra orbs, and it's like, well, I got my Dino done. My Dino's S6, so fuck it. We'll put Pizarro up, and hopefully either I get an orb or I use an
Wait,
Awakening Crystal.
you got the free to play Dino up
Yeah.
to S6 already?
Yeah,
Damn.
S6, and he's Awakening 3 right now. These are his stats.
Or oh no, you haven't. All right, sorry, I confused S6 for Awakening. Awakening.
Oh
6.
no, he's Awakening 3 right now.
I was like, damn, man, because I only have like him and then like 1500. But I mean, I haven't really been playing Arena, so I can't complain.
But he's good because his first 2 Awakenings only cost 800 tokens, and then the second 2 are 1600 apiece. So what I think I'm going to do is get him to 4, and then just get the armor maybe.
I'm going for the armor right now, which takes forever when you don't play. But yeah.
Yeah, well, at least, and they didn't do that same arena event because this week it's back to normal rewards.
Oh, that is a good point, though. I didn't think about that. The arena event could have made it so people got more points because I did miss 2 days, right? So it was as if I missed 4 days instead of 2 days.
Well, no, it wasn't. They kept the same amount of points, but there was better rewards, and maybe because of the better rewards,
more people played.
were inclined to play, and then it was one of those things. Because again, it was, you were getting double up on just the stages and double up on the rewards. Because now the rewards are back to normal. So, I mean, I was able to get my Dino to Awaken 3 without the payout because of all the extra rewards. So it was like Master 1 was 50 tokens, Master 2 was 40. It was ridiculous. It was great. I caught that early on too. I noticed the wording and I was like, wait, are they always doing double or is this something new? And I had to go back and look at some old videos and stuff to see that they snuck that in. And again, there was no communication on this. It was just more along the lines of I was reading and it's like, oh, this is cool.
Yeah, I mean, I probably would have played every day, but I missed the first 2 days of the week, and then I heard in the group chat that they were doing double rewards. I was like, oh damn, I should go get some of them.
What happens that you're so busy that you can't do arena for 10 minutes because you just auto it anyway? Is life that hectic for you these days, Lawliet?
I just forget. Well, life is that hectic at work for sure, and then I do have 3 kids, so I don't know. But
make one of the kids
it's one of those
play.
things where if I don't schedule it into my time, then I just forget about it.
Oh, I'm like that with some stuff. That's why I try and keep it to one game, one PC game, one phone game, and one console game if I can.
And the deal that me and my woman made was that I got 1 hour to play a game a day, and then I found out that counts to playing with the kids too, so I got screwed on that deal.
Do you know how many hours a day my wife gives me to play games? As many as I want.
Yeah, but I mean, it's different when you get kids, right? I don't know.
I've got 3 cats and 2 dogs, and as long as I don't neglect them, it's okay.
Yeah. There's a big difference between the amount of, I don't know, resources that go into cats and dogs and humans, because they seem to have homework and then they want to play with you and they want you to hug and love them. It's weird.
Cats don't have homework, but they do want love sometimes.
They do want love.
Yeah, at least the little black cat who's always on here, he's always on my lap, comes around, jumps up. He's the ultimate lap cat, and I feel like he does that because he owes me a life debt or something.
It's possible.
I mean, I literally rescued him off the street.
The big game that I've been playing with my kids, which eats up all my time, is Mario Party. We got that for the Switch.
Why would you do that? That game's a trap. That game is.
It's so much fun, man.
That's like trying to play Among Us with people, and you're like, "Yeah, I'll just do one match," and then 16 matches later, it's 3 hours are gone, and you're still going. It's like, what happened to one fucking match? This is like a good party game.
Yeah, it's really good, and dude, it is worse because I used to enjoy playing it in college, with friends or whatever, and it was competitive. I wouldn't win all the time. And then you'd think you'd get tired of winning all the time because it's so easy to beat my children. No, it feels so good.
Oh, thank God you could still say beating your children and not be taken away.
And the funny thing is they don't get frustrated. They just are in awe of me. They're like, "How are you so good at all the mini games?" And it's because I'm 4 times older than you.
Because I played these growing up, bitch.
Well, a lot of the mini games are different, but yeah. The one thing that threw me off is there's a new thing at the end of the game. I don't know. There's been so many renditions of this, but I haven't really played seriously since the 64. But at the end, you get 2 stars randomly assigned for things you did in the game, like whoever had the most events or whoever moved the least amount of squares. And there's about 12 different selections, and you get 2 of them randomly. So someone can go, if you're playing a 10-turn game, from having 0 stars to having 2 stars and win the game during the end screen.
Oh, what the fuck? That's not very balanced.
It's a party game, no balance. We just want to make it as fun as possible for the kids. It's a little gambling, you know.
Fair enough. Gambling's good for children. Look how Shane turned out. That's probably a bad example.
I did a lesson the other day with my son about gambling. We were playing basketball, and I am probably, when it comes to my parenting style, everyone tells me I make horrible decisions and teach my kids bad things. But, I think I do all right. And so we're playing basketball, and I said, I'll bet you $1 I can make this shot. And he's like, okay. He's like, I don't have $1 to give you, so whatever. I was like,
Oh,
all right.
shit. Here we go.
And so I miss. So I owe him $1. I said, all right, double or nothing, right? And I miss again. Double or nothing. And I miss again, right? And so I'm purposely missing. And I'm seeing how long he'll go with the double or nothing, how greedy he'll get. We got to $32 or whatever the number should be. And he still goes, he's like, yeah, 64. I want $64. And I was like, you don't want to walk away right now with $32. That's the most money you've ever had. You're 10 years old almost. And he's like, nah, I want to go again. So I decide I'm going to make the shot now, right? It's just a foul shot.
Right.
And then the look on his face as he loses his 32, and he really thought he had $64, right? Because he's like, he's going to miss a 7th or 8th shot in a row. There's no way. This is the worst basketball player in the world. And as soon as he starts, having the despair set in, I'm like, this is what gambling does to you. I want you always to remember how you feel right now.
Oh, man. I've got stories like that myself. I mean, I've actually done real gambling, and I've been burned by it, It doesn't end well. It's like one of those things where, if you can actually get to a point where you've had enough fun and you still broke even, kids, walk the fuck out of the casino. That's what I've done, because I watched my friend just self-destruct. He's like, and this guy was like a master gambler. He was like trying to give me tips on how to play blackjack when we went gambling. And every time I took his advice, I would lose. So at the end of the night, I guilt-tripped him, got some of my money back, played a table alone, got back the rest of the money, and then I fucking stopped. And then I was like, you know what? This guy's a master gambler, and he's getting his ass kicked. And I have no idea what the fuck I'm doing. So I'm just going to try and get my money back and keep it and then go to the buffet. And I went to the buffet, and I had my money, and we were good. And I don't remember what I think I blew that money at GameStop at that point. Still stupid shit, but lesson of the day is you're only as good at gambling as the luck you have. And when that luck is gone, your money's gone too. So don't do it, kids.
Absolutely.
As we all play a gotcha game.
Right. As I'm $800 deep in this gotcha game where I couldn't even get the orb off Pissarro's Peak.
We would have helped you.
Oh, well, yeah, but I just didn't want to take the time, dude. As soon as I did the first fight I don't remember which one. One on Pissarro's Peak very hard. And I was like, oh my god, with the RNG, it's going to take 3 hours. And then I was like, I thought about how much money I make in 3 hours. And then I said, I'm an idiot. Why am I spending 3 hours to beat this one level when I could just go to work? And then I said, what if it takes me 2 hours to beat all of these the first time? Then I need to do the replays right with all the guys. I was like, it's going to take me 15 hours plus to get this orb. I said, I could just buy the orb. So I said, F this. I'll buy the orb if I want the orb.
And this is the part where I say, well, yes, you can buy the orb, but then that orb you can't buy. So that time, I mean, if you don't need the extra orb, you're great. But if you do need that orb, then it's like, well, what do I do? I mean, do I grind this out, or do I just hope they do another orb package? Which they've done a few. They've actually put a couple extra ones in there to kind of bait people. But I'm even at a point where I let an orb package go the other day because I don't fucking need it now. It's like, well, $30, and I let it sit and I let it go, and I'm like, well, I'd rather just do another 10 pull if I needed to try and get something, because it's just not having to pull on every banner and try and get every unit is great.
I mean, I didn't even really like. I haven't been buying the orb packs lately. I think I've only ever bought 2 or 3 orb packs over my playtime. So there's always been one in the shop for me to buy if I really want to. So I don't know. I need a better reason to play. I need to either enjoy playing the game, right, which I was not enjoying the hard content. It was too hard for me. I'm an idiot. So, or I just need to buy the orbs. You know what I mean? But
You need
I
a
also
guild
don't.
system. Like, my wife would play
Yeah,
this
dude,
game
that'd
if
be
there was a
awesome.
guild system. Like, that's the one thing that a couple other games have always had that seems to work to draw people in, is some sort of unity. Like, okay, well, we have this little guild, and we can complete these missions each week or each month or whatever, and people chat on there, because I know everybody talks in the Discord, but you'll actually get new players from the guilds who join there, and then they end up going on the Discord. And it's like, oh, hey, well, I known you from the ranking board, and I've you guys actually have like a Discord, and you do this and this. Like, yeah. And
Yeah, I
Lawliet's
mean, and
right.
one of the only reasons I still play this game is because I have friends like you in the game. You know what I mean? Like that's what keeps me coming back to the game. It's like I'm sure at some point there'll be some content that will make me enjoy the game again. It just wasn't Sarah's peak.
I'm still waiting for the skill blossoming stuff now, because that's interesting. It's not what I wanted, because I mean, me and Nib went over this. I was hoping for something a little bit more fine-tuned, to where there's some diversity as opposed to just the same thing as before, where it's like, okay, well, I guess I'll go rank 5 everything, and now I'll rank 6 everything, and now I'll just blossom everything. So I was hoping for some diversity there, but it sounds like they're still trying to add a bunch of things to this game, like this tower, like this 50-stage tower. That's interesting to me, because that's like, well, you've got to try and fight your way through 50 stages to get to the top of this thing, and I like that. I like these sort of challenges. Like when people were like, well, Orochi's dangerous because you can lose stam, and okay, well, that's the first time we'll ever I have to do risk assessment. I have to actually think. I can't just keep going back in there for 3 hours and bashing my head up on this content. Now it's like I get maybe an hour worth of stam to try this out and make it count. That's a good feeling. I don't want to waste 3 to 5 hours trying to figure something out. God, no, I don't want to do that. I would rather just use my time to play another game at this point.
Yeah, and I like Orochi if it wasn't for like looking and seeing like whatever it is, like 10,000 scrolls or something you need. It's intimidating. So, but when it comes to the tower takes all the good stuff from Orochi, right, and makes it even better, because I think you only have to clear the tower once ever, right? Is that how that works?
I think so. I think it's like a one-time deal and you're good. And the only thing that really sets Orochi apart is the fact that we've got, like it's like the traditional games in a sense, because you have a rare piece of gear that you could either grind up a shit ton of gold to buy, or you have a chance to get it from in the field, which has that old-timey element to it, because the sword's like a 1% drop on the higher stages, or you spend 50k tokens. Well, nobody's going to spend 50k tokens on it until they get Orochi maxed, and you're not getting Orochi maxed anytime soon, so
Yeah.
you want to get that sword out of the lottery. And then you also want to get that sword out of the lottery again to re-roll it, because I looked at the roll that, the generic, it's 2 attack and 1 HP. I'd rather put 3 HP on the damn thing and call it a day, but that's like end game grinding. That's I'm not looking forward to that. That stuff I'm not looking forward to, because that sword's going to be a bitch to get.
It's true. They've done a pretty good job of making sure that people don't get stuck in an endgame situation. You got close a couple times, and they released content just in the nick of time.
I came close. I almost had their number. Like, we were at a point where I calculated it. I needed like 117 duplicates of certain units to be completely done with the game, and it was like, fuck. Even to this day, those units are still Awakening 4, because I'm not doing anything with them. Hey guys, and thanks for the raid. What's up, boys?
Yo, Pack Demon. What's up, Nib?
Although I will say that some of the hard stages, and I don't know if anybody's actually noticed this, but you can actually recruit some of those guys, and I'm kind of tempted to start working on them. Like, you can get Belrith on some of the harder stages, and it's only a couple of tries a day at a higher rate. I don't know what the exact number is for the
I
drop
want to
rate.
know the rate. Like I miss our people who used to give us that information, but no, I'm with you. If I saw the rate and it was like, I don't know, 10%, I'd probably burn some stam on that.
Well, let's try it out. Let's gamble. Okay, Belrith here is the stage 4-2, and I'm going to do the Lawliet way of playing. I'm just going to put my best team in and let them go to town on it because I don't want to think. Well, I'll just use my arena team. Fuck it. I'm not even going to use my best team. Make sure they still got gear on them. They
It's
do.
16% on hard. That's great.
Oh, we got 3 tries here because I do want to get these guys to max awaken still. Granted, this isn't the time I should be doing this. I should be farming more tomes. But when have I ever gone with the flow of anything?
But this is funny though, because I was thinking, if you get it on the first drop, we're like, well, it's 100% actually. That's the drop rate.
Yeah, it's 1 out of 1 tries, and you guys need to go and do this now. And then you'll have like all these motherfuckers going and trying to farm stage 4-6.
No.
Just letting it auto. I'm not doing anything. I refuse to play this game if I don't have to.
I'm glad we're on the same page.
Well, yeah, I mean, I've put how many hours into this game? I've put more into this game than like Metal Gear Solid 5 at this point. I put like 400 hours into that game.
Yeah, I mean, you've earned the right to not have to play the game.
Yeah, well, because oh shit, they're sleeping a bunch of people. Well, I'm not going to do anything. I said I'm going to keep hands off. I'm going to let God sort it out. So, Skull, this stage has the chance to drop a Belrith, and I still have Belrith at like... Oh, wow, we got a lot of people in here. I still have Belrith at Awakening 4. All right, now, moment of truth. Let's see if we get one.
Why this stage? This stage has a 100% drop rate for Belrith. That's why we're here.
Oh, didn't happen. We're going to do it again, so maybe it's a 50% chance.
Maybe it's 50.
See, this is how busted my OBS is. It still says I have 4 people in here, and I'm a good sport. Like, I don't... The numbers don't matter to me too much. Now people are like, oh, you've got 19 in here. So we've had, like, double digits in here the entire time. My thing's telling me 4, and I'm just like, fuck it, we'll just do whatever.
Well, the funnier thing is that the stream's lag is absolute garbage. So this just says even more to how much people want to watch you. You know what I mean?
It's like, you don't know what the fuck you're doing. And like, yes, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. You're 100% correct. YouTube works well because I don't have to deal with whatever underlining bullshit I have going on here. And I'm going to blame Rise, because Rise is like, your videos aren't 480p, let's fix that. And it's like, we did. So now I have 1080p videos on YouTube, but I still have lag here. And it's like...
Oh, yeah, dude, you got to change. Every time you're going to do a stream, you need to do it on 480.
Well, see, here's the thing. Even on 480, it was still some sort of lag, so there's something else going on. But
Yeah, it's weird, because you never had any issues before.
Right, I didn't before, and even my like PS5 videos are mostly good. Like, there's maybe once in a while it's a little weird. Okay, it's a 33% chance we're doing this again. So it's, maybe, I don't know if it's something settings-wise or what the deal is, because, again, most of my PS5 stuff seems to work. There's the odd time where everybody and their mom's using the internet, so things are just not good to go.
Yeah, exactly. Stream 480 and record 1080 for YouTube at the same time. Wait,
somebody's going to have to fix
time?
my settings.
Yeah.
We'll have to look at this later and figure it out.
You could do that. That sounds like it's a little bit more difficult, though. But at the very least, you can just upload your stream. But whoever's complaining about your 480, they can suck it. Like,
yeah,
no offense,
Rise, suck it.
But who cares? Like, dude, nobody's watching this game because of the amazing freaking AAA graphics. Like,
well, I think he did it so he could get some good emojis of me. That's what he was doing. Like, he made some like Hulk emoji of me on the Discord, and he wanted to get some better resolution. So that was his motive. Those Swedes are crafty bastards.
I see where the real motives lie. The real motives for Chase lies in the fact that he's sponsored by Dawkin Battle. Came over here to, what do you call that? To sabotage our game.
Oh, Jesus Christ. When he said that, and I totally missed this because people like listen to everything that everybody says. One guy was like, well, he mentioned on the podcast that he got kicked out of the Dokkan community. So I just ran with that at one point. I'm like, yeah, well, the only reason you don't go back is because they kicked you out. And he doesn't even, I guess he can't say anything to it because it fucking happened.
Wait, who got kicked out?
Yeah, Chase apparently said he got kicked out of the Dokkan community on your podcast. I don't know if it's true or not because, again, I don't.
I didn't even remember him saying that. So,
and he could have. He might have. I mean, knowing Chase as the way we know Chase, I could say, yeah, that probably happened.
I mean, you got kicked out at one point.
Yeah. Oh no, I left. I left on my own terms.
Oh yeah, that's right.
I threw a hissy fit and I was like, "Fuck you guys, I'm out." And then I came back after I got rank 1 and rubbed it in everybody's faces.
That is accurate.
And now I'm like the beloved face of this fucking community somehow. I don't know how the hell that happened. I love all you guys for it. I feel like you're I don't know. It's misplaced. It's just like you can find somebody better. But hey, here we are.
Banned 3 times on Doc and Reddit. Oh wow, dude, I love these people who who know the podcast better than me, man.
It's like they're fact checking. It's like I was there, and then it's like, well, actually, back in episode 3, at the 17-minute mark, Chase had admitted that he sucked the guys. Like, whoa, like what? Come on,
Dude.
Jesus Christ! But hey, I mean, it's just one of those things where somebody was like, "Oh yeah, when you were doing that video on Chase, you like ran it and blacked out at one point. You like really went at him." I'm like, what? When did that happen? What time mark? Well, it's like at the 2-minute mark. It's like I don't even remember that. I had to go back and watch it. I'm like, oh yeah, I really did do that, huh? Like, okay, well, yeah, that happened. Yeah, the drop rates for these things are awful, but I'm going to keep trying just to prove the point. I don't know
It's
what that
supposed to be
point
16%.
Well, 16% means nothing.
And then of course, if you're on the 50% unluckier side, right, that makes it like 8%.
Yeah, it's like, oh well, I was that guy at one point who got like 1 Wordle out of like a full stam refresh, and then the next 5 just hit instantly. I was like, wait, I just did 5 back to back, but you tell me that I spent an hour and didn't get shit? Like, well, that's luck, I guess. I can't complain.
Didn't you hit freaking 6 like oh man, I can't remember
Lucifer's on the podcast.
Lucifer's on the podcast.
Yeah, I've never replicated that luck. We spent 3 hours there. I got 6 units out of the 40 I needed, and I was like, I need to do this again. So what do I need to do? Try this on stream? Well, that didn't work. I mean, oh, here we go. We got some. I don't even remember which unit we're going for right now. Well, no, we went for Whack-A-Lite next, which we need 19 more, and that's awful.
Yikes.
Yeah, we're just going to stop doing that. Can we do a fund to keep Lawliet playing? Well, you need to talk to Lawliet's wife about that. You know, she's the real deal. Hey, what's up, hon? See, my wife is super supportive. I love her, and she lets me just do these things.
Dude, thank God my wife doesn't watch any of this shit. She'd be like, all your friends suck, you know.
It's like, oh, your friends are awful. You coming on stream, hon? You want to say hi to Lawliet? No?
Hi. Well, I say hi.
Well, yeah, you say hi.
I don't want to be on camera.
No, you don't want to be on camera? Okay. I love this woman.
Listen, I love my wife too, all right? As she's in the other room, definitely listening.
But not watching, which is weird. It's like my wife just needs to know because I guess I get into so many fucking shenanigans that it's like, well, what's he doing now? I need to go watch this and see if somebody's going to want to threaten to rape and kill me. And it's like, well, Chase doesn't seem like the type, hon. It'll be okay.
Yeah. She's never watched anything I've done for content ever. Actually, that's not true. I put some stuff on the TV for the kids sometimes, and she's like in the same room, but she's not exactly watching.
That's sad. She should watch some of it. You do some good work. I mean, minus that story you told me about the theater, but we won't bring
That's
that
what
up
I get on
here.
the Discord.
Oh, Nib's going at Maji. That's funny.
Who's Maji?
Somebody who's always in here. I don't know who their in-game name is, but they're here.
I don't know. Is it Laval?
No, if it was Laval, he'd be talking about the tower theory.
What's the tower theory?
So that was some shit he came up with on the data Discord, and not too many people know about it because not many people were on like all 3 Discords, but he was talking about some weird stuff about celebrity admiration and all this sort of craziness, and he tried to tie it back into Dragon Quest Tact, and I'm over here like, dude, you're trying to take real-world events and apply them to a mobile fucking phone game.
That's wild.
Dude, something else. I mean, hopefully he's still around, but if he's not, and the police have actually caught him, well, it is what it is. Oh, we got a crab this time. I need to work on this crab, so that's cool. Yay, crab. Well, speaking of which, don't farm the new A-rank unit in story if you don't have to. Stay the fuck away from that shit. That is evil.
I just got the 1 copy and I'm good.
I need
Didn't
20
seem
more.
like an effective use of my farming time.
Oh, no, wait. I need
How many
30
have you
more.
gotten?
I've gotten 10 copies so far now.
So is that 3 stars?
Yeah, that's 3, and I don't want to push that anymore. I mean, looking at the stats for him, it's not bad. I mean, he seems like a decent unit. If I could get him to max awakening, maybe I can do something with him, but because he's got the 4 move, I mean, his skill set isn't too bad. He's got Sizz for breath, and he's got a frizz attack too, so he's got both of the fire elements, but it's just like I don't want to try and get him to 5 stars, like unless there's like a half stam event, because I mean it took me forever and a day to get Mucifer done. That was brutal. Like Mucifer,
He just doesn't seem to have any playability either, and that doesn't help.
no, it really doesn't. It's I
Well,
I
not
don't
for
know.
somebody like you. Maybe for a free-to-play player, but
I guess, and even for a free-to-play player, it's like, well, usually you tell people you want at least one awakening or more on these things, but there's people who spent 3k stamina just getting 1 copy of this thing, and you know, you want to be that guy who's like, well, think of the stamina. Well, don't fucking do it. I mean, you could probably get Orochi in less stamina than you could for that Aerethal Serpent in some cases.
yeah, exactly.
Fuck that. But I will say there are some really good units on the story that I have enjoyed farming. Like Lumped Shaman's pretty good.
Yeah, I haven't farmed him yet.
Let me see.
I-
I've got him.
I'm
up to
behind.
4.
I need to start working now that I've passed Jax. All right, I passed Jax today, and by that I mean Comanche, right? Who hasn't played in 9 days, and now I'm a little bit motivated to climb the CP leaderboard. Not to actually play the game, but you know, climb CP leaderboard.
I mean, you just need to get units. That's all you need to do to climb the leaderboard. This guy here, he's got Fuddle as a base skill, and then you could add something else to him. So I feel like at some point we can use him somewhere just because of the status element he gives for his.
And he is one of the cutest but ugliest creatures, and I really like his jiggling fat. I don't know.
And his resistances are Whoosh and Zam. And yeah, I mean, I could see some people going out with this.
Yeah, what did you do to fix the video lag? Did you actually change it to 480?
No, I didn't do anything. I mean, it's working better. I have done absolutely nothing. This is me we're talking about here. I just autoed the stream and it worked itself out.
Who hacked him to fix it?
I don't know. Somebody was
Was
like,
it Pack Demon? Yeah.
well, he's Armenian, so he knows things. He probably just like, talked to somebody at Cox Internet. It's like, please fix this for me. You are
There's
my
no way
family.
your internet is called Cox Internet.
Yeah, it's Cox Internet. It's a real thing. Look it up. It's
I love it.
KOX.
I wish I had Cox Internet.
COX.
Jeez, I don't even have tit internet.
Well, what do you have, CenturyLink instead? Because that's the only thing lower than tit internet.
I have we just got bought out. Who did we get bought out by? Spectrum? Yeah.
I don't know if they're good or not.
I mean, I live in Northern Maine. All internet is bad. Like, have you seen when I tried to run 3 cams on the podcast? Like,
yeah, it was pretty awful. I mean, you were like the idea for me to be like, well, if there's problems with this, at least YouTube will make it look better. And I just have to hit the record button. As long as I hit the record button,
then it looks good.
everything's
yeah.
good. Everything's great. I should be recording some of this, but it's just going to be up. Well, I guess I could take it off Twitch later.
I was
Maybe
going to say,
do that.
dude, uploading from Twitch is so easy. They make the editing, like, just
That's what I'll
perfect.
probably do for this. I'll just throw this up as a big segment, and half of this stuff nobody overwatched because this is like a 3-hour video now, but what the fuck do I care?
That's right. All you have to do is use something catchy like Lawliet returns to bash game, or I don't know.
Ooh, Lawliet returns to tell story of why he previously left the game.
Yeah, there you go. I also talked about why Jax left too. So I mean, this is a juicy little segment.
I mean, I always thought he left because his wife killed him, but I mean, hey.
Killed him?
Yeah, she just like straight up murdered him. He's gone completely. There's no like contact. Like, do you still talk to him at all, or is he like just completely like?
Here's the issue: when he abdicated the throne of his account, all of his socials were tied to it.
Ooh,
so he did reach back out afterwards, but like he doesn't have the ability to get into those old accounts.
So if he is still around, he's definitely somebody else now, and whoever has his stuff is definitely looking at his wife's nude photos, is what you're telling me.
I don't even, maybe, I don't know. All I know is whoever took his account, dude, is no longer playing, and that's what's really driving me crazy, is like, all right, so think he admitted to spending like $2,600 on the game at the point where we had the interview. He probably spent another like $1,000 after that. So like at $3,600 spent, what is a number where when you get it, you have to let go of your account, right? Like, I don't know. It could be $100. I don't know what number works for people, but this person spent probably the upwards of $1,000 for the account and no longer plays the game.
Is he a Saudi oil baron? He just buys a car, drives it off, and then when it runs out of gas, he gets another one? Like, what the fuck?
I don't know, man.
That's some weird shit. Like, why would you go through all that trouble to get the account, buy it, and then you stop playing?
Dude, I passed Wiz like, I don't know, 3 weeks ago. I don't know. I messaged Nib about it because I was excited. I was like, dude, I passed him, the man himself. And he just quit playing as soon as Ragnar came out.
Yeah, like he went back to another game, and I'm over here like, well, he was prime competition at one point, and he just died. Like, just gave up.
He has like a 5K account easy.
Oh, yeah, easily.
He's just sitting there doing nothing. Hurts my soul.
It's sad, but I seem like that happens to everybody.
Right. Which is why I can't leave. All right.
And my wife's okay with me still being here, so hey, I can't get jaxed. Woohoo! I can't believe we turned that into a verb.
That's true. He is very much a verb.
Well, that's the only thing left of him now is that one word. It's like, what's getting jaxed? What does that mean? Well, it's when your wife decides that you need to stop playing Dragon Quest Tact.
That's right.
Although I don't think that's happened to anybody else lately. There's a few people it could happen to.
You get stupid, you can easily get jacked.
I mean, that's not even what happened to him. I just went over what happened to him, right? That's what happened to him in Wotiv. He admitted that, but...
My wife in the background is like, if you get stupid, that could happen to you. It's like, no, hon, I'm okay. I've curtailed the spending. We're good. Everything's fine.
That's true, yeah. Yeah. Did you ever tell people what you told me in private about your spending?
Well, some of it I found out was from another game. Like, I was playing a second gacha at the time, and they had multi-charged me. And I had mentioned it. I brought it up sometimes. And I had gotten a decent amount back because of their fuck-up. So...
Yeah, when you told me what you got back, it blew my mind.
Yeah, no. It was like... It was crazy.
And I told my wife, and she said, now you need to do whatever he did. Ask him what he did to get your money back.
And somebody else came to me asking me about how they could do that, but they had used a different method of spending. They like went through PayPal, and I could tell you firsthand, PayPal is not about you as a consumer. Like, they are more pro vendor than anything. Like, I tried to get $10 back from them one time just because a game didn't give me a digital item at all, and they sided with the fucking company, even though I had proof that I never got the items or anything. They still sided with the company. So it's like, if you're ever doing anything, always go through your credit card company or bank, because they will fight for you if there's an issue. Like, they will fight to get you money back. They will take care of you for the most part. Because even my bank was like, this is unusual spending for you. This is really weird. What's going on here? Is everything okay? Is this fraud? I'm like, well, I don't know. Like, let's take a look.
I don't know. Is it fraud? I mean, it could be.
And it's like, I flat out told him, I don't know what charges are mine and what aren't. And I really didn't. And I was like, well, we're just going to go ahead and take care of this. Okay. So yeah, I started out pretty good, and I'm kind of liking Lawliet spending land now. So I'm probably matching you for spending in terms of everything, which is kind of sad when you think about it. Most people would break
Oh,
down
dude,
and
that makes
cry.
me super sad.
Yeah.
Like now, you made me want to quit the game single handed.
Well, what you should do is try and get your money back, and then still play again. Be like, hey,
I went through Google Play, and then that was tied to my credit card. So
I mean,
to be fair, I pay my credit card off every week, but nonetheless, I like to get my like little dollar points or whatever, 1% for spending everywhere.
what does that even do? Is that like gift card stuff or whatever for the points they give you?
You can get the balance of your credit card reduced, so it's basically cash.
Oh, that's fucking awesome. Apple doesn't have any of that shit. Apple just gives you delayed statements, and it's like, fuck you. Oh, so Pac, the main reason I don't care about spending anymore is because, well, I beat my arch nemesis. Jack's he exploded on himself. He's dead. He's done. He's gone. He was the main
I
competition.
thought you were gonna say Nib was your arch nemesis.
No, Nip's not an arch nemesis. I mean, I've gone back and forth with him on the CP leaderboard, but if there's anything I learned, if you stick to the
I don't know
CP
where
leaderboard,
anybody is anymore because everyone's name is "Don't Ban Me," so I can't.
I think I'm 7 or 6, but again, it's like, well, I chase CP and now my fucking blunt scroll's on a crab, so good luck to me. But I cleared stage 9 Orochi with handsome crab, so fuck you guys. But yeah, no, I'm at a point where it's like I've got a really good box. I can clear most of the content with it, and I don't really need to add too much more to it. Like there'll be some units down the road that I want because I like those units. I'll get Eastark because he's a villain, and I like having villains in my roster. It's just how I am. So having Baramos and Zoma are fucking awesome, and getting some of the other ones. Kind of wish I had Bizarro up more, but I'm not gonna chase him for it. It's like, what's the point? My Baramos does just as much damage as he does, maybe not to the super extreme extent, but he's a really good unit.
And to be fair, Pac, the difference between me and his accounts and the first thing is like he has over $5,000 worth of an account. Like how much he spent, even before he got the refund, is not really important. But like the amount of S units he has is like the equivalent of what people would get on average if you spent like 5K. So if I had that many S units, I think I would also feel really comfortable with not spending. You know what I mean? Like I'd be perfectly cool with it.
Plus, I also grinded the shit out of everything, so I have like a strong foundation. So when Bizarro's Peak came out, I had mentioned this to people, but I actually thought that you had to have 75 separate units because it would be based off of normal, hard, and very hard. So people were watching me on stream use C rank units to try and do normal, and I guess they thought that was just me flaunting, but no, that was me trying to be like, well, I need to really figure this shit out. I'm in trouble here. I don't know what I'm doing. Like, how am I going to get 75 units to clear this? This is brutal. And then,
That's sick.
then my dumbass was like, oh, wait, I can reuse these. I don't need to use these C rank units anymore. And I was like, oh, well, I'm not going to mention this to anybody. This is a fucking idiot.
Yeah, dude, I didn't know about that. That's sick.
No, it was like came out because I could have just blitzed through normal with my roster. Like I could just dismantle it. I'm sitting here like C rank mummy trying to plan to beat Barbados with him, and it's like, man, this is gonna be awful. And it's like, oh, this event isn't that hard. So then I did a cheese video for it for people because everybody's worried about the orb. It's like, well, look, if you can clear hard mode, you can just go into all these other the 4 pillars with your best teams, get the rewards for the decorations, go back to hard, finish out what you need there, and get the orb, and you're done. Like, you don't have to worry about it. But there were some people who were like, well, I wanted the fragments, and those people got the fragments, and they fucked themselves on the orb. So couldn't help them. I mean, if you spent 5 and then you had to go, no, there was just no way. I mean, cheesing the game only goes so far.
I wonder who got the most fragments, or I'm sorry, the most whatever you call it, the medals, right? Who got the most Bizarro medals?
I think I got 25. I just didn't care. I'm that guy who's like, well, I got what I needed. I'm gonna stop now and go do something else. So I just fucked off at that point. It's like, well, we're good. Don't need any more. Cool, thanks.
Right. And Pac, I know I wouldn't be okay with the build that Kage got, but Kage found a way to undo the bill to the point where he's somewhere around my spending, which is like $800. So
Which makes Lawliet sad in the pants.
that's right. Sad in the pants. I was already sad in the pants, and and it made it worse.
And then your wife's like, do what he did. It's like, I don't know how.
Yeah, and the other thing is I don't have Apple, right? And you work through like Apple Pay, and you have a different credit card company than me. So yeah, like it's...
So it all worked out. Plus, again, if Apple has fucked me over in the past, so it helped. It was really good that they had like screwed up before, and that another company also double charged and triple. And I'm gonna tell anybody this: look at your fucking statements sometimes, because I mean, you can go back over stuff and you can realize that, hey, you really didn't spend this much money on the game because, you know, you got twice the amount of charges and only one amount of the gems you were given. It's very easy to get fucked on this stuff. It's scary.
Yeah, for sure. You give people permission to make freaking charges to your account. You only have to do one transaction to give them permission to make as many transactions as they feel they want to.
Right, and then next thing you know, the system was lagging when you were doing the payment process, and you got charged $240, and you're like thinking, well, did I do $240 that day? I mean, I know I did it at some point, but did I do it that day? And then there's a delay with the statements they send out, so it's like, you know what? I learned to use either gift cards for doing this or to just do it as like a one-time thing. Like I will never chain spend again in a mobile game. Like I will only do one transaction a day at the most because I don't want to get screwed. I'm very scared by that because I probably couldn't unfuck myself a second time around even if a company had did it to me again. So it's like I need to be safer about it. And that would be some tips and tricks I'd give other people to avoid, you know, getting $1,000 bill from a gacha game and wondering what the fuck's going to happen next, you know?
Yeah. How do you feel about being an honorary Armenian now, Kage?
Oh, is it because of my nose or my no-fly list status?
I don't know at which point that was said, but I just caught it in the comments.
I feel bad for Pac. I mean, Armenians, they have a bad impression with me because I used to play a game with one, and the dude was like just the worst person ever, and this is coming from me, so that's saying a lot. So whenever I hear Armenian, I think of this guy named Dark Corruption, and I just put his persona onto anybody. So even Pac, I've kind of like, oh, is he a Dark Corruption? Is he gonna like just bitch about the game and everything? It's like, no, he's not Chase. He's not Armenian. But so
the payment reversal, that's funny. Yeah. It almost like the Hasidic part of me is so jealous that you did that. All right, like.
I think I'm part Jewish, but I don't know. It's like one of those things where my family never really talked about our ancestry at all. So it's like I don't really know. I know I'm Italian. That's about it. But other than that, I have no clue. So I could be Jewish because of my nose, it's possible, or my ability to save money and use coupons. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah. I obviously don't have the ability to not spend on a gacha, though.
Oh, none of us have that at this point. I mean, any game, it's a game of numbers. At any point, you're playing a game, let's say you're playing this game for 90 days. If you're playing for 90 days, that's how many chances out of a day to get you to spend something? Well, you're engaged in that game for maybe an hour a day, maybe sometimes two, and at some point, the game is going to put something in front of you where it's going to make you want to spend. So the longer you play, the more you're invested, the more you could actually put some back into the game. So it's a lot of these games play for the long term. They may not get you right away, but it's what I've learned is if they can get you on the first transaction, they can get you long term. That's why they do these like little packages, like the dollar pack. That was a great pack. You'll never see another dollar pack like that again for us. They'll do a dollar pack for somebody new, like who's never spent before. They'll do that to get them in the game, but they won't. You'll never see that pack again. That's like the first hit of crack. You know, it comes pretty cheap. Well, every other hit of crack's going to cost you $30 or $80.
Yeah, I like that Nib said that he thought you were Jewish the moment he saw you.
Oh, because I busted his balls pretty well.
I don't know.
We
do have a great sense of humor.
That's true. I'm just glad Nib did like turn out the opposite way. Like our like I guess relationship online could have went like in completely different stats. Could have been like Chase's fucking relationship with me and him, where the point where he's calling me a pedophile and I'm like, I fucking hate you, you motherfucker, and you know he's like trying to get me banned off the internet, and I'm over here just jabbing him every which way I can, and he's like, what do I do to get rid of this guy? And it's like, you don't get rid of me. You start making better content that's less fucking controversial, and then I back the fuck off. Which is awful of me to be like, because I'm that guy where you shouldn't have anybody dictate what you do, but at the same time, it's like you got to know when you're like all over the place. If you were to be that guy who is negative all the fucking time, I'd be cool with it. I'd be like, you know, instead of like, well, you guys, best time to join. Well, guess what? This game's fucking predatory. And then the time before that, before the best time to join, well, the game's going to die in 3 months. It's like, just pick a fucking lane. Like,
Dude,
pick something.
You forgot about the orbs, dude.
Oh, I mean, it's like, and again, he says he's played a lot of gotchas. Well, resource management is in all of these games. He has.
He said he's only played one gotcha.
No, he said he's played multiple. He said he's played Dokkan for years. Like
that's the only one he said he played. But yeah.
But he's been. Oh, even if that's the only one he's played that for years. It's not like I don't know much about Dokkan except for what I've seen on some videos, and that it looks like, you know, Candy Crush with matching for Dragon Ball or some shit. But
that's a great disc. But Dokkan has really good pricing models. They extract every little penny out of their customers. They're smart.
I mean, do we really want them to do that here? I mean, yes, kind of, because the game stays longer, but at the same time...
And you get more stuff for your money. So yeah, it just feels better that way.
It's like the one gripe I have with this game right now, besides the arena, is that they dropped the ball on the 35th anniversary. Because if anybody goes back and watches the video where I was live streaming the anniversary, one of the first things I did was I went to the package page. I'm like, okay, well, let's see what they got here. What's going on? It's like, oh, there's nothing here. What the fuck is wrong with these people? Like, I was ready to buy.
This too. Yeah, like, dude, I'm glad they didn't have it, because I would have spent the $100 for like all the stuff Nib was saying that was in that pack.
Well, not even $100 pack. Like, even if they did like a $50 or $30 pack, I would have fucking opened my wallet, and I've scaled back. And how many other people would have just opened it up? So it's like, I had to explain it to Malcolm in a way, because he was like, his idea was, well, you know, they did a lot for you guys in this event, and you're going to be really negative. And I had to, like, you know, do corporate ease with them. Well, think about it this way. If you had a pack on the table, that would have been a lack of missed opportunities, because you could have converted a lot of people into buyers off of doing that with the combination of the goodwill. Like, don't always think that because you're giving goodwill and giving a package that's evil. Like, you can't think that way. And if people are thinking that way, people are going to go out of fucking business, because, I mean, yeah, there's companies out there like EA that are super scummy, do a lot of horrible things, and anytime they do goodwill, they've got a dagger behind their back ready to just fucking stab at your wallet. But here it was like, wow, they did a lot. They gave us this limited banner. You know, you get to choose one of them. They put a couple of paids out for it too. Well, okay, maybe they'll do a package to give us the other tickets so we can get the other stuff. And it's like, no, they didn't do any of that. So it's weird. It's very weird. I still don't know why they would do that, because that's, I mean, they could have easily made like 100 Gs that day, maybe 200 Gs that day, just by a simple push of a button for global. And it's like, well, I could have done that. I don't get it either. I don't understand it. I don't get it. I mean, are they not?
Like, let's say you put out the $100 pack, right? Let's say you literally don't change anything. You give us the same pack they gave Japan, right?
Right.
And then, like, you let people spend who want to spend, and the people who don't want to spend complain about it being too expensive of a pack, right? But you still made a bunch of money. And, you know, people are going to always complain, but they could have made a bunch of money, and all it takes is, like, no, you just got to offer it. I just think they could offer us so much more packages, and maybe it's a little bit predatory, but that's kind of like the gotcha thing, man.
I like how you used that word predatory correctly. 2 points, Lawliet.
But gotcha in general is predatory, right? Like, your rates for S units on banners, right, for the banner unit is kind of predatory. But, I mean, we choose to play this game anyway, so we might as well get packs that give us better value than just spending pure cash on gems.
Right, and it's like right now what people need most would have been the gold out of that pack. Because, like, even I'm hurting after spending to skill upgrade for Orochi. I'm down to like 130k gold, which to me is low. But I can only imagine what the normal players at. They're probably sitting there with like 50 gold in their fucking inventory. Like, what do I do for food? Like, this is rough. Like, I can't spend on anything. It's
Yeah,
not.
I mean, I'm down to like 120,000 gold.
And I'm almost to 2 million lifetime. I know there's a couple people in the same boat, but
So, how good is Orochi?
I don't know yet. I mean, and it's one of those things where until I physically have him and take a look at him, I'm not going to go off of Japan anymore because, well, Japan told me not to get Baramos, and Baramos has been one of the best things that has ever fucking happened. I mean, maxing him out was great. I mean, he got me through tons of content. I mean, I've been able to kind of make a meme out of him for myself as a persona, which also worked. And he's just been, he may actually be a unit that gets a skill blossom because of his negative perception in Japan. So they might actually make him even stronger based off of that. So I'm just sitting back like, you guys keep shit talking this unit. You guys keep telling him that he sucks and he's awful, and I'm going to see what happens. Like, I'm just going to
be super sick.
You know what? I don't have to do anything. I'm just be like, yeah, you guys, you keep laying into him because I have nothing to lose out of that if they put a skill blossom for him. I have everything to gain.
Also, Peck, what the hell are you doing? Did you have a seizure on the keyboard?
I think he's got a woman tied up, and she may have hit against the keyboard.
I don't think he would have to tie up a woman, so he would have to be super messed up to just choose, like, I actually don't like catching them in the wild with my charms and
Okay,
good
so
looks.
maybe he has a man tied up then.
All right, whatever he's into.
It's like, well, that's more believable than a woman. He just seems kind of good looking. The woman would go willingly. The guy, not so much though. Like, yeah.
Right, he only likes straight men, and he has to tie him up and bring him back to his place.
So that's why he hates Chase. Oh, I'm awful.
I didn't get the joke at first. Yeah, all right. That was a good one.
Thank you. That's what I do here.
Poor Chase has to deal with everybody shitting on him. Thank God he has Platt to have his back.
Yeah, plus, like, Chase is the best buddy ever. It's like, I don't know what you see in him. I don't get it, but I mean, it's like one of those things where if he opens up to you in private and he tells you a lot of stuff and he shows you a different side instead of the sides like, well, burn this game to the ground, but please don't kind of mentality. It's like, it is what it is. But he's listening. He's trying to change.
Yeah, I've always enjoyed hanging out with him. His biggest issue is that he's a know-it-all, right? And I am also a know-it-all. So, like, I understand how that can be a problem. So, but when he makes things without taking the time to calm down, he's kind of emotional. He'll have an emotional reaction and then feel like his emotional thoughts are facts and then kind of lay in too hard on that side. But if he takes some time to, like, think about it, like, just like his second Orochi video, like, he backed off a bit.
Right, which is good because last time he didn't back off of the doom and gloom at all. So here he kind of learned because otherwise, if he would have made another negative video, I would just came back and punched at him even further and just made it worse. So he's learning. Like now, it's like, well, I'm not gonna punch him. He did good. I mean, I at the start of the video, I took what he said, I watched it and I poked some holes into it because the thing about his math was, okay, well, yeah, like 1.8 Orochi's 12 weeks. 12 weeks equals the quality of life potential pack. But the fact that he didn't take into things was the human element. Well, are you going to do stage 6 for 12 weeks in a row, or are you going to progressively get better and do like maybe stage 7 or 8? So it's one of those things where he's got the numbers down, but he doesn't have the kind of like the foresight for the other stuff to look into. Like he's very one-dimensional. Like he'll pick the numbers apart, he'll go through them, and he'll give them to you. But then he doesn't know how to take those numbers and apply them to other subsets, like evolution in this case, the evolution of a player. And it's just weird because I shouldn't be that smart guy in this situation. I'm the guy who hits things really hard and they die, and I'm over here like giving you guys like advanced theory and shit. Like why? Why do I have to do this, Lawliet? Why?
Because you are the hero that we need.
Oh, fuck. You guys are fucked.
and I appreciate that, Swagger. But speaking of being an Oda, I want to take credit for this new podcast that you and Nib are doing, because when you guys were not happy with each other, I did so much damage control, all right, on an emotional level, because I kept on telling both you guys, like, no, I'm telling you, this guy is actually a great guy. And you guys would be like, oh, I don't know about this guy. And that's it. That's all I got.
Well, I mean, I think what did it was you doing damage control and also plat picking Chase, which was also like, you know what? Fuck these guys, we could do a better job. And he's like, yeah, fuck these guys, we could do a better job. It's like, we're on the same page. Let's do a better job. It's like, hey, we did.
And you guys did do a better job, honestly. Like I enjoy your guys' podcast more than mine. But also it's nice because I don't know what's gonna happen, so that makes it more enjoyable to listen to too.
Like, I didn't really expect us to. We kind of worked on the fly for our little unit review for Lucas. Like, as he was, had the screenshots, I was like, you know what? Let me just throw these up on the screen for people to look at. And Nib had no idea I was doing that. Like, he had no idea. As afterwards, like, oh, that was a really good idea. I'm like, what? You know what? I was like, fuck it. Let me see if I can get these up on there for everybody to look at, so everybody could have a good laugh. And then I found out Nib didn't max awaken the Green Dragon, and I lost a couple points of respect for him.
You told me that once.
I was like, well, I was working on a sword. I'm like, bro, there was only one unit. Like, I don't know.
Oh, dude, I got so mad at Nib one time. All right, so when S6 first happened, right, and all these battle roads are coming out, I was struggling because, like I said, not a good tactical player, always just autoed stuff, and I was having a hard, like, not a hard time beating it, but it took me like 5 or 6 tries to beat the Green Dragon one. And he said in the chat, he's like, that one was really easy, and I was like, that's not fair. Like, you have the best cards in the game, and you're a game developer for tactical games, and like you're really good at the game, so you can't just say it's not fair. It minimizes other people's experience. And I was like, you have everybody max awakened and all these levels and stuff. And he's like, no, my Green Dragon's actually, like, not max awakened. And then I was even more mad because that meant he was right. So like his guys weren't even better than mine, and I just suck. So hurt my feelings.
It's one of those things where, I mean, I don't have all the medals in the battle roads because I don't want to go back and do them right now. But it's like, well, if I can't beat it with, I don't know, it's weird because I want to clear content, but at the same time I don't want to put the time and effort into stuff, even though I've put so much time and effort into this game. I feel like I just sometimes try and take a back seat to things, and it's like, well, I got the Deathless clear for this. Well, instead I'll go into the Battle Road 8, I'll just do it as sloppy as fuck, get the clear, get the armor, and be like, well, I got the armor, fuck the metal, thanks guys. Like, I don't care. I don't know, but then they'll do the carrot and stick with me. They'll put something I really want in there, or they'll make me have to get the medals for something, and it's like, fuck, I should have did this 2 weeks ago, but now here we are, while I'm grinding out a battle road, waiting to get another armor piece. It's like they got me. They fucking got me over a barrel again.
No, exactly. And as of right now, I don't see anything in the medals that I really want, but I guarantee you they put another orb on like the end of like when they do another update, and I'm gonna start grinding for it. You know what I mean?
Actually, let me look what's in the medal shop, because I really checked out after the orb. I know there's other stuff, and I think you can get 99 medals now, but I haven't really.
There's some armors.
I haven't looked. I mean, I know there's some good stuff in there, but. Okay, let's see. I'm at 85 medals. I've checked out. I should get 90. Like, again, I should get that 90 right there.
You probably should.
I probably should get the liquid metal shield. Yes, you're right. But unless you guys kick my ass or hold my hand through it, it's probably not happening. Like, you're going to have to, like, do some real shaming to get me to do this.
Oh, dude, we'll get around to there.
Oh, what's the Dark Crystal Staff?
Nib, make sure you hit him on the next podcast about how he doesn't have a liquid metal shield.
You see, as soon as we can get 100 medals, though, I will fucking go for this Dark Crystal Staff, because it's got spell potency plus 4%. And then just looking at some of the other draws for this, like, you could get 30 wisdom on this thing, as well as the 28. So you can have 58
but
wisdom.
But don't you always get a base level draw? Doesn't everyone get the same first draw?
Yeah, but I try and re-roll it. So that's the nice thing about Arena.
How can you re-roll it, though?
So what you would do is you go to the Arena shop, and this is going to be a little while.
Oh, so there is those in the Arena shop.
Yes, okay. Well, wait, it says only sword alchemy, so that means only a sword can go? Oh, fuck that. Never mind. Apparently you can't re-roll this at all. Fuck me, I don't know what I'm talking about. And, yeah, no, you can't. But here's the thing that I've noticed since day one about this game, with the armor re-rolling and everything, and they've had this in here for a minute. So we'll take a look at a piece of gear here. Now, let's go to, let's find out here. Let's see. Let me see what I need to re-roll on. So let's take a look at the claws, for example, that I don't have anymore. you could change the material, and there are these other materials. There's supposedly these Omni alchemy stones that we don't have yet. I don't know when we get them, and they've been in this menu since day one. Like, they're there. There's the opportunity to get these. I just don't know when they're coming into play, and I haven't heard anybody ever mention the Omni alchemy stones, but they're here. Like, you
I
could
don't
use
know.
these to
We
reroll.
got to get our boy Shane's on it.
Like, Shane, need your help, buddy. After you're done looking at your waifu gacha, need you to tell me how to get these Omni alchemy stones.
That was the worst part of losing. It wasn't even taking the week off from making content creation, right? The worst part of losing that bet was I couldn't delete one of his little lolly freaking gotcha games.
Oh, he would have cried himself to sleep if he could. You know what? Would have been the best thing to do? Is you should have made it to where you get to pick the one, and you had him delete Dragon Quest Tact so he couldn't talk in Discord anymore.
He would still talk, right? He wouldn't.
No, he'd be gone. He'd have to be.
No, he would get a global account.
You should have done that to him then. You would have just fucking 4D chessed him at that point.
Right? Yeah, get him right into global with us. Yeah.
I would have been okay with that. And while I have you guys on, I'll do 2 more pulls with singles while we're here too. It's like a grab bag. It's like, well, Kage's gonna use some of his attack points. I need to save some of these for another stream, but I'll just
I'm saving for what's his name, a Stark, right? He's gonna be coming around sometime.
We got 2 tickets here. Let's try 2 more for Pizarro since I maxed out Armored Scorpion earlier. People are like, you're gonna pull? Like, yeah, fuck it. I've got some gems. Let's do it.
Well, yeah, but I wanted to bring this up because your guys' podcast like banner thing is dope as fuck. Was that made by our boy Triple Question Mark?
So that was actually made by Insane Evil. Like, he did.
Oh, that was made by
Yeah.
Insane. Nice. I had a feeling it was either Insane or Triple Question Mark, but yeah, I like the need orbs. That was a great touch.
And then we even updated it with a price for it too. Like, it's just so nice on the. What do we get? Oh, Rhino! I got an upgrade on Rhino. Cool. We'll take it. Good shit. You bring me some good luck.
I'm watching the stream. I haven't seen it yet.
That's fucking funny. Let's do 1 more. Lawliet, bring me.
He goes
some
by
good luck.
Nocturne on YouTube. Oh, I didn't know that.
I just
Probably
always called
should've
him the
known
question mark guy. I know he goes by Nocturne, but it's just easier.
Dude,
to call
people
him
get
question
so
mark.
mad because his is 2 question marks, not 3, I think. But nonetheless, people in the Discord were getting upset because, of course, triple question mark is also the special units, right?
Oh yeah, so people are getting confused. It's like the special unit guy was making thumbnails. Like, what? That doesn't make any sense.
Nocturne DQT. I gotta check out his channel.
I have a bunch of people on my channel
God.
featured. Do I have them featured as well?
Dude, talking to Kage is predatory. I don't know if you guys know this.
Oh, it's extremely predatory.
because now, like, talking about you guys and reminiscing about everything, like, now I feel like playing the game again. And
Well, like, even if you don't play the game too much, if you find something you want to like play, because you have PlayStation, right?
I do have a PlayStation. Yeah.
You always have me on there. We can play something. I'll stream it. You just come on and bullshit with me. I don't know if we can get it to work right because their chat system is fucked in the ass.
Dude, it is hard to hear the other person. I get mad because I was doing it playing with my brother, like Fortnite or whatever, and no one could hear my brother. Actually, I did an entire huge stream with freaking Chase, and nobody could hear Chase.
Remember when I called out that you were talking to Chase, even though I couldn't hear him? Like, I knew
you didn't
exactly.
know that I was talking to him?
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
I'm like, wait a second. I know who this fucker is. He's talking to Chase, and we can't hear him. Like, it's like, I'm good with that shit. Let's try an Orochi try too while we're at it here.
But yeah, I just forget how much I like everybody.
Well, we're still in the Discord. I've brought a bunch
Let
of
me
people
find
together.
somebody in the chat I don't like. I don't know who Skullbausen is, so that's the closest we're gonna get.
That's fucked. It's like, well, I don't know this guy. Fuck him.
Well, I can't say I legitimately like everybody else, other than I don't know Maji either. But you told me what name he went by. I forgot though.
I don't remember either on that one now. Like, gosh, shit.
Sometimes it's hard to keep track of everybody because like they use different names on different platforms. But I do pretty decent with keeping track of
Like,
that.
I've got
Pack Demon. He goes by. You wouldn't believe it. He goes by Pack Demon on Discord. Weirdo.
And he goes by Levi or something on Facebook and all this other stuff. He's all over the place.
Dude, I was in a group chat or whatever. I think it might have been with Nib right before our podcast or whatever. And I was like, yeah, I mean, I know I know Platt's real name. And I just lit out Platt's real name. And they're like, whoa, what the hell is that?
It's like, wait a second, his name is Chase? That's fucked.
And the reason why is because when he's so to transmit the podcast back and forth, we use Google Drives because we're idiots. And the email he used was linked to his real name. So anyway, that was
Oh.
But I pretended like I was this super sleuth.
It's like, how did you know my real name? Like, yeah.
Where is she?
That's fucked. Let's try this battle road on the fly. I'm gonna get my ass kicked.
Did I spell Nocturne wrong?
Probably. I don't have him featured here either.
I didn't, but he doesn't come up when I search for it.
I think I put his YouTube in a link here. Let me find it. Make him up. Let's see. Ah, no, I don't have it here. Where the fuck did I... Ah, found it.
Oh, I found him. Okay. He just goes by Nocturne, so thanks for messing that up for me, guys.
That's his
I subscribe.
YouTube channel.
Yeah.
I'll put in the link there for you guys.
Oh, and guess who his best friend is? Insane Evil.
Yeah, they're good people.
I'm not convinced they're not the same person. All right.
300.
319 subs for Insane Evil? Hell yeah. Way to go, man.
Doing better than me.
Dude, all his thumbnails look so lit too.
I'm losing in that game. I should probably try chasing subs and getting monetized on YouTube, but at the same time, my whole purpose is to keep this game from dying, so it's... I don't know. That's my mission at this point. It's like, I need to make sure the game doesn't die.
I just I've always been proud that I never made $1 off the game, off of making content. I don't know why. Maybe it's just because I'm sad because I could never really make any money off of it. But
it's like, you know what, guys? I never made $1 off this game. So, yeah.
I spent $800. I never made $1.
Your wife's like, I fucking hate you.
Dude, I tried to get Insane and double question mark on the podcast, but neither of them would do it. They said, no, we hate your content. I would never want to do anything with you. Fuck off.
Well, that sounds fair. I'm actually surprised they trying to get, what's his name? Trying to get Meow on too. Like, I tried to get him on.
Oh, dude, I did try to get Meow.
But Meow was like super secretive, and there's like an area of mystique or something to him, so. Or her.
Yeah, or her.
Meow,
do we even know? Like, yeah, we don't know.
I mean, for all I know, Meow is my cat, and just like lives a secret life of some sort.
Dude, like in Futurama, yeah.
Yeah, it's like, oh, well, my cat's living a double life as like a publisher and a data miner for the game I play.
Yeah, dude, I know, Tuki. You have to know a little bit of Spanish to really get by on Tuki's channel.
Tuki likes me. Like, Tuki's like, you're doing a great job with the content, man. He even went at Chase at one point. I was like, holy shit. For you to make this guy actually say something off the color or off the cuff, I'm like, you're really fucking up. And at that point, it was like, you know what? Fuck, man. I don't know. You need to, like, change direction, find Jesus or something, because this isn't working out for you.
Right.
Like, you've angered this guy.
Let's check out our boy Noob. What's Noob been up to? I know he stopped making content.
Yeah, what happened to him?
NoobTube. Dude, it's really hard to actually find a channel using Google search terms. He stopped playing the game, and he was playing some other game that was garbage. And that's all I know. Listen, Chase Games comes up when I'm searching for NoobTube Dragon Quest.
That's funny.
That's messed up.
He probably just stole his tags.
I never thought about doing that. My tag game is weak.
Like, Insane Evil had to teach me about tags this week. Like, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing half the time. I'll be that guy to admit it. I probably shouldn't try and auto this.
Is it spelled different? It's probably not spelled NoobTube like with O's. I think it's like, I don't know.
I don't even remember now. Like,
wait. Tube's not even spelled like that. I'm an idiot. It's Tube, dude. I literally can't spell. I'm just so dumb.
We've lost so many content creators in this game. Although the one guy I'm not really sad that we lost is Dr. Diggs, because apparently he's like, he just gives so much misinformation to people that he just like ruins it for others.
Doctor who?
This Dr. Diggs guy from like day one, like Nib remembers him, and I remember him too. And he was like, he's coming around, and then he backed off really quick. He got out of Dodge, and I'm like, that's probably a good thing after everything people have told me about him, because there was 3 separate people had told me about games where he just like really didn't know what he was talking about, but he's got a big audience. So I mean, if we were to say that the sky is falling, 18 people would believe us. But if he was to say the sky is falling, well, he has a whole channel that would believe him, like 1,000 people. So, yeah.
Right. Here's the weird thing about Noob, right? So Noob has had steady growth ever since I first watched his channel, right? And I'm still subscribed to him. So he started off at like 3.2K. He's at 3.8K now. All right. So he's gotten 600 new people since he's gotten kind of done with Dragon Quest. But all his videos have 100 or less views. So like, I don't know what he knows about building traction and all that stuff, but he knows way more about getting subscribers than I do.
Well, good for him. Lucky guy.
He's playing Lost Centaura now. But yeah, Pac. So I did not know that you were streaming before this. What made me want to hop on Kage's stream?
That's a good question.
That's a great question. I was just sitting here watching Kage while I was downloading a game. I was going to use my 1 hour to play Skydome because I got a beta code for it, which is like a tower defense MOBA. I don't know if it's good or not. Haven't played it. And I was just listening to Kage talk to I'm so
Bruce
dumb.
or whatever his name was,
oh yeah, Bruce. But I meant more after that. I wasn't.
Oh, Foxy.
Sorry, Bruce. I wasn't here specific. Yeah, and I heard him talking to Foxy, and he was like, if anyone wants to jump on, I was like, oh, I'll let somebody else jump on, and then nobody jumped on. I was like, oh, why not?
Fuck it.
Chill with my boy. Kage.
Hey. Uh-oh, this dragon got awful really quick. I don't know what's going on here. This is gonna go poorly.
But I would have hung out with you, Pac Demon, if it makes you feel better.
Most guys do. Right, Pac?
Yeah, as long as you don't tie me up in your basement. I mean...
Pac's like, no promises. This is going to go very poorly for me. I feel like we're in some real trouble here.
I watched Pac's video this morning as soon as I woke up. Dear DQT devs.
Fuck the devs on that matter. I mean, I try not to be negative in that regard, but it's just like I don't know what's going on. Like, either it's bots, it's a massive cheating problem, something's going on, but it's just like I don't know. I don't know what we even do in this matter. Like,
it's not lagging for me.
That's a lose-lose situation. Some people it lags for, some people it doesn't.
I want priority as a guest on the stream to not have the lag. But yeah, sorry, Pac. We made a joke earlier. Actually, well, it was all Kage's idea that you were tying up women and that they were hitting the keyboard because you had typed a bunch of random characters, and I asked you what it meant, and you never answered. But it's because they were still needed to be gagged, And I said, you're too good looking to have to kidnap women, you know what I mean? So he said, yeah, you must be kidnapping men. I said, yeah, so he kidnaps straight men and puts them in his basement to do whatever you do with straight men. I don't know.
And then we also made the zinger of it about Chase, so because that's what I do.
Oh, you did respond? What did you say? What was the typing about?
He has a
I never caught
now?
that response.
Can I actually win this fight with this Bobo setup? Like, I don't think I can. Nope. That's a no. We can't win with this setup.
Oh, your phone fell in the sink and typed out letters and sent that?
What the
Yeah,
fuck?
likely story, buddy. Yeah.
I don't believe you, Pact. So yeah, I just tried out this battle road just to wing it. Like that ended very poorly. So I have to upgrade skills again and work on that stuff, and that's hard work. It's on a to-do
Wait,
list,
Pack,
right?
you did start doing a podcast? Let me go look at your channel. Or is it not like on this medium or whatever?
Did you start a podcast on Grindr by
Oh,
any chance, Pact?
oh, he was talking about that his phone fell. Okay, I got all
Oh.
excited thinking that he freaking started.
Like everybody started a podcast after you guys left. It's like, we could all do better. Fuck Chase and fuck Platt. Like, okay, cool.
Right, dude. People need to go subscribe to Pack Demon. 37 subscribers. Like, come on, guys.
Do I even have him subscribed?
He's getting like 400 views on like some of his videos.
It's like, well, a lot of people are watching. It's kind of like my shit. Like,
Yeah, what do you look? I haven't checked out your channel.
hey there, guys.
Also, I think I'm subscribed to like 3 channels that are all you, so it's hard for me to remember which one's which.
Yeah, because I abandoned all of them and just started working on
Yeah,
one that's
Kage
just wood.
DQT. Yeah.
Yeah.
166. Yeah. It's hard to know though, because most people were watching your Twitch stream because your very first podcast you didn't get up for like a week, so everybody had already gone and watched it.
Yeah, they went. Well, here's the weird thing. Like, the second one definitely didn't do as well in terms of views, which I think maybe is because of it was like a newness factor or something, or maybe I did something right on Twitch that day. Who the fuck knows? But we had like 700 something on Twitch, maybe even more now. Let me look. I had never started looking at any of this stuff until people were like, you should look at what, your performance metrics are. And I'm like, oh, okay, I guess.
Tropical Visions has a channel, dude. Oh, dude, I love this. Dragon Quest YouTubers has a freaking like recommendation thing, or is this made by Kage himself?
That I set up. Somebody else taught me how to do that. Let's be honest here. I don't know how to do it.
That's cool. I'm not on the list though. Just throwing that out there.
To be honest, I thought you gave up on this game.
Oh, so this is a new thing. Okay. Because I was going to say, I was making content for at least 3 days.
Yes, it's totally a new thing. This I set it up like a couple of weeks ago. Like after you had
I just subscribed to Tropical.
Like, I didn't even know I could keep a video up in like the main channel. So I was like, let me do the one that like people wanted the most, the leveling guide. So I put that out there, and that people seem to watch that. But it's sad that my most viewed content is me just shitting on Chase. Like, that just tells me,
oh, yeah, 673.
Oh, I guess I have to shit on him more. Well, that, and then the other one that was the best one was...
Your leveling guide, right?
Yeah, leveling guide's good. And
I didn't watch that because I was planning on quitting the game. So...
I don't blame you. And then I have... The craziest one was the one I did about Pizarro's Peak and the Orb. That one has 1.6k views. So, like, everybody and their mom watched that. But the problem with a lot of this content I do is it's all time gated. Like, once Pizarro is gone, nobody needs that video anymore. It's like, once Zoma EX was done, like, who wanted to watch Zoma EX anymore? Because, I mean, that fight was over. That was, like, one of my best videos back then, apparently. Like, just looking over everything.
Oh, shout out to Game Vision, who put me in his own little Dragon Quest Tact thing.
Nice. See, somebody remembered you. Like, they're like, you know what? I'll leave a candle out in case Lawliet comes back one day.
Hey, I've been still getting subscribers, and I feel really bad, actually. Like, because I was like, oh, man, they're definitely here for Dragon Quest Tact. Nobody's here for my anime podcast that got 20 views. I can tell you that.
You already did the anime podcast? I thought you were waiting for me. What's up, hon? Okay, let's go get some ramen in a minute. I'll finish up soon.
But I miss doing the regular podcast, and it's hilarious because if I end up coming back in to do like content, if I waste my 1 hour a day making Dragon Quest content out of my ability to play video games, then I'm gonna probably end up making a podcast again, and then we're just gonna have the most robust podcast market.
I mean, it's not a bad thing. What I learned from Dragon Quest of the Stars, because somebody, like, actually, when we did the second podcast, somebody responded. They put down, like, a whole thing. Because I had asked, like, hey, what the fuck happened? Because I've asked this multiple times. What the fuck happened with this game? And this guy left like a detailed thing, and I pinned it up on our second podcast episode on YouTube. I pinned up that message, and it was like, well, we lost a lot of content creators. There was just like really, really bad communication at one point, and then they dropped like some excessively good gear and baited people in, and then just pieced the fuck out. Like, oh, okay, so these are signs to look for. Like when people stop making content, when the the actual content in the game also runs dry, that's when we need to worry. So like right now, I'm actually really happy with this game because we don't have any reason to worry. They keep throwing us content. Like they keep just giving us stuff.
True. Yeah, I never really was in the worry ward thing. Like every game shuts down. I can't remember who said that, but somebody really smart in the chat was like, every game shuts down. Are you upset that you spent $800 and it shut down in like 1 year, or that you spent $5,000 and it shut down in 10 years? Like at the end of the day, games only last for so long.
Right. It's like one of those things where you know what, it's hard, and I've gotten into this trap too personally, where I've tried to play games based off of if I thought they would last, and it's a hard thing to do because you don't know when a game is going to die. Like nobody and their mom thought that fucking just on a first glance that like Marvel Avengers would do so poorly. Like that game would have like a dying player base, but I didn't play that game because I just had a bad feeling about it, and lucked out. But these guys were like, well, we're going to do a 10-year plan for this game and everything. And it's, some of the signs to look for are companies trying to give you that stability and that comfort up front without knowing what the fuck's going on. And then it's that random game that you would never think would do well. Like, Ragnarok Online, for whatever reason, I played that game as a kid, and that game is still around to this day. Like Ragnarok Online, you can still go play it. You can still go to servers and you can have.
Do we still have Club Penguin?
I think that got shut down, and well, that game turned out to be a cesspool for pedophiles. So that also the private service.
I talked to a lot of
pedophiles
in my day on that game.
I believe you. I remember some YouTuber did like a whole expose on it. Like he did some investigations and he busted a bunch of those motherfuckers and he got them caught.
I was like 15 or 16 when I played this game when it was really big, but I constantly was dealing with people who were inappropriately PDMing me and stuff. Like,
shit. Well, if Chase wants to find a pedophile, he's just got to go to Club Penguin.
All right, I can't say anything to that.
My wife is over here dying, and it's like, yes, he just admitted to talking to a bunch of pedophiles, son, as a kid.
Now we know what went wrong.
No, he did pretty good. I mean, he's parenting his kids good. I mean, the gambling thing's not questionable, but otherwise he's doing good. My wife is dying because she is watching. She's in here. I bet nobody knows who her name is in here, which is great, which is really funny. But she loves watching every episode, and you never know who she is.
Yeah, let's look at the list of names, and I might be able to figure it out. Discord for streamers, dude. Commander Root is a bot that is in every chat I've ever, like every stream I've ever done has a Commander Root.
I don't think I've ever looked. Oh,
Game Trend Analytics, like that's probably a bot. Tightwads? Is that your wife?
Hi. I don't even know who that is. Could be.
That's great.
I don't know what her username is, but I know she's in here.
Lacaro 12 Overa. I've got it limited down to 5 people. I'm going to DM all of them saying, "Are you Kage's wife?"
That's hysterical.
And I'm going to get down to the bottom of this.
You're going to go ahead, bro. Well, hey, it could be any of you 5 guys. Which one is fucking Kage?
Yeah.
It's like, well, I'm not. I mean, I want the guy dead. Like, oh, okay, well, you just found my stalker at least. Well, let me know on that one. But
yeah, which one of you is not a guy? Because everyone else in this chat is guy.
Like, I actually looked, and my audience for YouTube said it was 100% male, and I'm like, oh, okay then. I mean, I don't know how you can go off of that. My wife definitely watches my content. She doesn't have a penis, so You're wrong, YouTube.
Oh, but her profile is made to look like
These
a
days you
guy.
never
Now
know.
see, I'm
Maybe.
getting more intel. All right, I'm
I
figuring it
guess.
out.
I mean, for YouTube, I don't know about her Twitch, but her YouTube probably is set for a dude. Who the fuck knows?
I don't know. I
Yeah,
don't have any settings of whether I'm
I think I figured out one time that through my analytics, I only had one female watcher, and it was Foxy.
Oh, then that. Well, Shane already fell into that trap, so don't go there. That's a hate crime.
What's a hate crime?
Well, Shane literally one day came on to a voice chat where we're all talking, and Shane was like, "I thought you were a girl,"
Oh
like,
my
or
word.
something to that extent. And I'm over here like, "Oh God, this is gonna go one of two ways." And Foxy played it off very well, and there was no problem. Actually, let's make this a little bit.
I
more
actually had a similar interaction with Foxy where I thought Foxy was a girl, and I was like, "Well, you're pretty for like whatever you want to be called." Like that was my response.
Jesus Christ! Oh, we're gonna add to this mayhem.
Oh, who's in?
Hey, what's up, fuckstick?
What's up?
There we go. We just added to this. It's like, hey, this isn't like a traditional
who is
thing.
this? Who is this? Who else has this voice?
So
Oh, it's
this
Tact
is
Demon.
this is Lawliet. He used to play the game until
Hey,
his
how's it
wife
going?
beat him into submission.
I
You cut out. He works at a golf course, by the way. So if he stops all of a sudden, it's because he's dodging balls.
no, I had your running.
Oh,
Same
yeah,
time.
you have to mute
Just
that,
running.
otherwise it
Hold on.
gets bad.
I basically hopped into this queue the second that you told your wife that you guys are going for ramen. I'm like, okay, I could just piss him off a little bit.
Yeah, you
just
could.
delay this a bit further.
Yeah, you could totally delay this a bit further. And what time is it? What time is the ramen shop? We'll be fine. I'm cool with
What
it.
is
Yeah,
the
usually-
currency on that wanted poster?
So that is Zenny. That is the currency of Dragon Ball, which
Dragon
further
Ball.
just fucks with Chase. People have really thought out. I mean, like, I know I've garnered hate in my time, but this guy has gotten a lot of people to just want to shit on him, and I just kind of go with it. And if he manages to turn it around and stop being a punching bag, I'm going to be kind of disappointed. So I'm hoping he just keeps being an asshole. Please, Chase, don't change. Keep making predatory content. Please don't change. I like punching you.
I'm rooting for Chase to make a return to the original. Oh man, what was his original name on that channel? I can't
Chaos Games.
remember. No,
Oh.
I am kind of sad. I asked him to change his name to Chaos Games, and he didn't.
Well, why would he?
That
Why
was
would he do
serious,
anything
though?
everybody ever asked him to do?
Yeah, I was dead serious.
You tell him to go
I-
right,
Wait,
and he
you're
goes
dead
left,
serious?
and then says it's predatory.
I think Chaos is a sick name, and I just think it has levels to it within the community where I would think it would be awesome if he had changed his name.
It would have been funny. Yeah, it would have been a meme for sure.
You want
To be fair, I'm sure everyone thought I was joking. So
I didn't. I actually thought that was a stipulation.
I think everyone thought you were joking. Yeah, most
Except
people.
me. I was like, oh, you're gonna make this motherfucker change his name and take your spot. Good for you.
So the fact that he didn't do it though, and no one got mad, meant that everyone.
yeah, right, yeah, exactly.
I got
Especially
mad.
given his recent like negative the animosity towards him. Like if people would have thought it was a serious thing, they would have been like, "You charlatan, you were
Kage,
supposed
you're
to
not
change your
mad
name."
because your arch nemesis is Chase Games, not Chaos Games.
Well, at least it would be a better arch nemesis if he named himself Chaos Games, because then it would be consistent with how he does his content. It's all over the fucking place.
Well, then you would have to be like the bearer of light. Like
That's
what was
fucking
your
gay.
old name? Like the
He's not the hero we wanted, but he's the hero we deserve.
Shit.
That's right.
like the Lord of Dragon Quest Tact?
Jesus
Right,
Christ.
you'd have to return to that.
Oh.
You'd be like our messianic figure.
I mean,
And
I
it's
did
the
that to
sense-
piss people off, and it worked out pretty well, I'll say. Like, people were really not happy with that name.
If anything, you're like an agent of chaos, right?
Yeah.
In a sense.
Yes, I am.
So, you're the true Chaos Games.
Yeah, probably. I mean, I've definitely made people go crazy, and, I've done all sorts of things to people. I may actually have a couple of people who have legitimately killed themselves because of what I've done to them in MMOs, but I can't prove it because, it's the
You
internet.
can't prove it.
Yikes.
But you'd like to believe that, huh?
Well, yeah, then I could say I've got a couple of kills under my belt.
Oh no. Dark humor. I'm good
You're
with
the dark hero.
though. I think Armenian.
My wife says
culture,
I'm the dark hero. I'm like Deadpool.
You're the dark hero. Like in Armenian culture, like murder and suicide is just so low that we just joke about it all the time. And I don't know if that's causation or correlation or both, but it just accepted.
Well, when I think about your country, I kind of think it's like Transylvania, where it's a really bad place to be. So, I mean, if you're joking about that stuff, it's not
No,
that bad at
no,
that point.
Armenia. Other than all the border conflicts happening like right now, like Armenia
Other than
is
the
the
constant
safest.
war over the last like 100 years.
No, it's well under the Soviet. There's no one that was attacking. No one,
Was
because
spared.
like the only other country like Azerbaijan, they were under the Soviet too. So it's like what would they have done? Nothing. But right now, yeah, there's a few border conflicts, but it's along the border. But if you're in the city, like the capital, like Armenia is the safest country in the Middle East by far. If we're talking as an entire country, I'm sure like places like Dubai or, but that's like basically like they have a lot of police everywhere, and it's crazy. Dubai is like crazy. So that's like an.
Meanwhile, I
like,
can
as a
actually walk
country,
outside at night and not get
Armenia-
shot.
Yeah, Armenia, you could dress like a normal person, like they do in America. You don't have like, especially women too. Like you don't have to cover yourself head to toe, and you're completely safe. Like the rate of rape there is also like astronomically low compared to what it is.
So what you're saying is, if Chase decided to walk around your country, he wouldn't get any.
Okay.
I'm an awful
I
person.
guess you could say that.
I'm so fucked up. I should be like taking a step back because he's doing
We
better.
should do this as a therapy session for Kage. What do you think, Locke? Can we give him
You really
I don't
think
know
you
if I'm
could do
qualified
something?
to be a
make him
therapist.
rethink his life? That would be the ultimate chaos move to the master of chaos himself.
Well, I'm going to become an
Make him rethink
ordained
his
youth
life.
minister all of a sudden because Tact and Lawliet, showed me the error of my ways. Yeah, no, not happening.
That would be crazy.
I've always wanted to be the most wholesome possible person, so I try.
I appreciate that you do that. That's why I enjoyed your content so much.
Yeah, you kept the positive spin on things. You really didn't go at anybody. You didn't do anything, no matter how hard I tried to debate you to go at people. Proud of you.
I mean, I kind of go at people, but I try never to say things that aren't true, right? I take a big Jordan Peterson page, I might say things that aren't factually true, but I believe them to be true, so at least there's that.
So you actually believe Jordan Peterson to be Red Skull then? I have that shirt, by the way. It's fucking awesome.
Dude, yeah. I wanted to buy stuff like that.
Hilarious.
But we're having a fourth child, so.
Oh.
Ooh, congrats.
Yes, thank you.
Now you're gonna have less than an hour.
Right. The fortunate thing is that my wife is, for better or for worse, like psychotic when it comes to taking care of children, but in a good way.
So she handles most of the.
She refuses the first like 6 months they're alive to let me do anything meaningful in their lives. So she makes it really easy, honestly.
Oh, that's not too bad. It's like, you know what? You're probably gonna fuck these kids up if you're with them, and we're just gonna let you, just take a backseat.
I love it how that was your spin on it, Kage.
Well, yeah, it's like, hey, you know what? You're gonna really fuck these children up. I need to make sure that they know I'm the one that's gonna take care of them, and that you're just kind of like the guy who's there.
Oh man.
Way to break with all that pessimism.
Hey, I could take anything that you think is positive and turn it into a negative.
There
You
is
do that to mess with people, so it's whatever. Get it?
Sure, I'm totally messing with him. It's not what she's really thinking, right? Right, Lawliet? You know your wife better than I do. Yeah.
She might be thinking that, but it just it makes my life easier, so I'm not gonna really make a problem. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, if you do, and then you end up with that responsibility, it's a lose-lose either way.
Exactly.
To go into what Kage does, I was literally having this a really hard time figuring out if I wanted to pull on the red banner or the blue banner. And this man literally, he got me so wound up about it that it took me hours and hours and hours, I think until the next day when I decided.
He needed a second
That's
opinion.
cool.
That's how mindfucked
I
he
needed a
was.
second opinion. He wouldn't give me one. He was like, then maybe you want to go with this one. And then I give the point about the other one. And he's like, then maybe you want to go with that one. But Pack, like, how about this? And how about he just played into my I have this really bad issue, like it's about like stuff that's like arbitrary.
He shouldn't have
Like,
told me that.
menu-
Like he shouldn't have said that to me.
Menu items, like if I'm going to any sort of restaurant and there's items on a menu, it's like I don't know what these items are. Yeah, here's all these ingredients, but I don't know what a thing is until I actually it's gonna be good. Right? So it's like if you give me a menu, I'm stuck on it for like 20 minutes, like at the least. Like the waiters always hate me. Honestly, is like this guy ever gonna order? But don't give an Armenian option. Just don't give us options.
I don't
It
like
makes
giving
us
any
think,
of you
okay,
people
you're trying
options.
It's because
You
it makes
people.
me think, hey, if the fact that I have options on a menu, it means there's something on here that's not good. You know what I mean? That like In-N-Out has like no options because everything there is like pretty much good, right? But if you give me options on a menu, it makes me think there's probably something on here that sucks, huh? That's why there's all this.
Well,
It's
see,
like a trap,
that's
and I
that's the
have
thing.
to.
You need to know what the
That's
trap
the
is to
Armenian
begin with.
exploit mind. We look for what the best solution. We can't turn that circuit off in our brain.
Well, here's an instance of a trap. Would you go to a burger place for seafood? No, that's a trap. If they have something on there, that's a trap. You want the fucking burger. You don't want the seafood. You don't want their special limited time fucking pasta dish. Those are traps.
Okay, but if you're going to BJ's, it's not a specialty shop. It's not a trap. Everything is just
No,
burgers.
at that point you just get the desserts because the desserts are bomb and fuck everything else.
If you're going to BJ's, you hope you get good head.
That too.
I don't know what a BJ's is. We don't have any like chains in my
it's
area.
like a. I'm trying to think what it would be called because you're from
Red
a weird
Robin
place.
or-
Yeah, like a Hula Hands or some other
no.
shit. I'm trying to think.
You guys are just making up names. I don't even know what you're talking
Fuck!
about.
I mean, he's
You
so
don't have a Red
backwards. He
Robin
doesn't know
over
what
there?
any of these things are.
Dude, we don't even have an
Okay, name-
Applebee's, dude. I see Applebee's. They're like eating good in the neighborhood. I'm like, I've never seen an Applebee's.
Wait, he's in
it's
Maine.
It's like an Applebee's. It's like a Outback Steakhouse. It's like
Okay.
You got to remember,
been?
he's in like a backwoods place. He doesn't
Okay,
have any of these
okay.
things. He has
Listen, my
lobster-
town has one
backwards.
restaurant. It's
What?
called the Boondocks.
It's a
okay.
good show.
Outside of your town though, like when you were in back when you were still in the Midwest, is that where you were before? City?
No,
Urban
no.
area.
I mean, I went to the Midwest
Chicago?
for like Pokemon tournaments and stuff.
Was it Chicago you said you were at before, or was it
Where is Indianapolis?
Indiana? Okay. See, that would have had places like, didn't they have like any sort of diners that were what's the word I'm looking for? Franchise?
See, here's the problem.
Well, there was
though.
tons of them, but like I tried eating at a bunch. Like I went to a Hooters for the first time. I went to an
There you go.
A&W. I went to what's the Mexican place everybody loves? Chipotle's.
I don't think everybody loves
There's
them,
also
but yeah.
Chevy's restaurant. That's a good one.
Yeah, I had a lot of first-time experiences when I went there. The problem is when I went to a lot of places, like when we went to Worlds, was in Boston one year. Downtown Boston, like it was just too hard to go to any actual restaurant or anything. So we hit a couple like independent pizza joints that were really great, and then we had a bunch of cart vendors. I ate a lot of cart food.
That's something.
Fuck, now. Well, I'm definitely hungry at this point, but hold it in there.
Let's keep talking about food the whole time.
You know,
about
I am that
everything
guy
about
who would
ramen
literally let
especially.
this thing keep going. Go back and get, eat my ramen with my wife, go out to dinner, come back, and if you guys are still here, I'm cool with that. I'm that fucking crazy. Like, there's no form here. There's absolutely no form.
No, I love you guys. I got to go to bed because I have work in the morning, but it was super fun hanging out with you guys. By the way, I'm at 296 subscribers, so if somehow I end up at 300, I'll do like a special video for 300th on Dragon Quest Tact. So
Let
if
me
that
get
ends up
his-
happening,
Let me get his thing out there. Hold on. Put it in the
and for anybody who goes to subscribe to me, I have a what do you call that? An Easter egg for you guys. So
done. Put his YouTube link in the channel. This has been interesting. I mean, I was just expecting to shit on Chase for. Well, I kind of did it anyway. Who am I kidding? But
Yeah,
I mean,
you
it was.
did it the whole
Yeah, I did it the whole time. Fuck, I'm an awful person. That's okay though, because Chase is worse than I am. But yeah, I mean, this is good. We should do this more often. When you're going to do your anime podcast, we'll have to get on there and talk about some anime, and I'll spoil a bunch of things for people, and they'll cry.
All right,
Awesome.
awesome. Thanks everybody for stopping by, and I'll catch you guys later.
Take it easy, Lawliet.
All right.
Peace, my
See
brother.
you, Lawliet. All right, man. Well, I literally only hopped on here to
To stall
piss
me
you
out.
off, but
That doesn't
stall
work.
you out. It doesn't work.
No,
Yeah,
I mean,
I can't beat you at your game.
do you want me to tell you how you're gonna beat me at my game?
You already told me that you never say weaknesses, so why would you tell me how I beat?
Because it would be a trap and it'd be a lie and just make you look silly.
Oh, go for it.
Okay, so the best way to beat me would be you have to do this. Now you have to go ahead. You have to take a minute, take a step back, and what I've told you in the past, and then you would need to